Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
For the love of... It's the Wednesday edition of the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Right in the middle, Josh. The middle part of the week. Stuck in the middle with you, I think, is how a band called Steelers Wheel put it back in the 70s. And then 20 years later, that song ended up in one of the most overrated movies of all time, a movie called Reservoir Dogs. But I'm sorry I blew up. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. I love that crowd we got out there. What do you know, Cubby?
I think I'm turning into a crazy person based on...
Are you losing it?
Well, we've talked about dreams, and I never remember them, but I had one yesterday that I remember, and I'm concerned. I don't understand why this would happen.
This ought to be good.
Maybe it's not as good as I'm leading it on, but I don't remember these ever, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago we had a conversation about bad dreams, and you said... Sorry, Peckerheads, I can't play because you don't ever remember your dreams.
No.
But you've got one
They're
now.
more, like, I remember sometimes some stress dreams. We were talking about nightmares, right?
Nightmares.
And as a kid, I had a couple, but since then I've been lucky. Haven't had them.
Okay, is there any way that any of us, seeing how we spend so much time with you and know you so well, is there any way that any of the three of us could guess what you dreamed about, knowing what it is you stress over and knowing how you go about your daily routine?
I don't know.
Is this so bizarre? It's so bizarre we couldn't guess?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. I don't think you'd be able to guess, but give it a shot. If you can guess it, that would be even more weird. Just even if you're in the wheelhouse, I'd be impressed.
All right.
Does it have anything to do with your new shed?
No, it does not, but it has to do with a new item for a friend.
Yeah, see, you're very, very stressed about Ashley's upcoming,
Baby?
What's the word I'm looking for?
Her baby?
Birth event. Does it have anything to do with babies?
No, it doesn't.
It was a baby!
No, it wasn't a baby.
What television show? MASH. Okay. We probably have no chance, so why don't you just dump it on us, and we'll see if you really are going nuts.
Well, so at first I can't remember exactly what it was that I stole, but I stole something from a store. As a 50-year-old man, I shoplifted. Mm-hmm. And then I know why I had this part. I stole a car after that. So I go on the stealing spree.
Sure.
And the car had like a basketball court in it. And I remember thinking... Well, no wonder people like these cars so much. I got a sport court right in the vehicle here.
I'll be.
And then I totaled the car.
You crashed it.
And so I think that part was from a buddy of mine. I just met him a couple days ago for lunch. And he was telling me he test drove a vehicle, like a really expensive truck. And his buddy needed someone to tow a boat. So he's like, hey, I got this vehicle for the weekend. They let me borrow it for the weekend. And he towed the boat, and he crashed the boat right into the side of the car, or the truck, and did some severe damage to this thing.
Someone borrowed a pickup in order to tow a boat.
Well, no, he was test driving it, right? The dealership said, take it for the weekend, see if you like it. If you do, come back on Monday, and we can get it all worked out for you.
And he wrecked the vehicle.
Yeah, over the weekend, he took a corner too tight, and it just kind of fishtailed and got him, smacked right in the side.
That sucks. That's it?
So I think, and it was the same vehicle he had, so I think that was in my head. So I don't know why I was on a some sort of theft spree, and then there was a basketball court in the car.
Well, I don't think there's any signs there that you're losing your mind.
You don't?
Absolutely.
It was so weird.
No,
to
there
me.
was no violence or gruesome storyline in there.
Group sex or something?
I think you're doing just fine.
Well, bad news for you guys. You were all on the Epstein list.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry to have to say it, but all three of you were on it.
Oh, okay. Now takes a big turn.
Yeah, I felt like I had to add something at the end there.
No. You're fine.
All right, so that's not too weird.
It's the
Why
No,
would I
not
be
at all.
stealing stuff?
Josh, it's the stuff that you do when you're awake that makes us think you might be nuts. Not your dreams.
Understood.
Oh, my damn. Another day, another dildo in the WNBA, huh?
Is there a sale on green dildo somewhere we're not aware of?
See, now, Josh, I have to ask you because I was unable to see video of this latest dildo toss at a WNBA game. Did they stick with the lime green theme?
Look that way to me. Yeah.
Is that right? If you're just coming to.
Is this like an ad campaign for green dildos? What's happening here?
Or is it, green dildo night lately, and we just hadn't heard about it, where they hand them out to everybody, the first 10,000 people?
I think we would have heard about green dildo night.
I do too.
You guys have probably seen the joke that's been going around. Well, they should just quit playing basketball on a dildo range. Have you seen that one?
I have not. Last night, for the third time in a week, some derelict threw a 10-pound green dildo onto the court during a WNBA game.
I'm surprised that somebody's still doing it, seeing as how the dildo throwers are getting the book thrown at them now.
Yes, they are.
They're getting some real trouble.
Well, at least one of them did. The guy in Atlanta was arrested. The guy in Chicago, guy or girl, whoever, who threw the dildo at the Chicago game, the cops shrugged their shoulders and said, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, we got bigger things going on.
This was Los Angeles last night. F me running. Okay, can that be it now? Is it 3 dildos and you're out?
I wish that would be it, but I'm guessing it's not going anywhere.
That's the comedy rule, right? The threes.
Threes.
At the fourth, it's funny anymore. You ruined it.
Yeah. It likely isn't over, but I think this should put a lid on it.
Yeah, anybody, if it hasn't already, the first time, okay, that's kind of funny. But since then, the first guy is the innovator. Leave it there. Sometimes people, they pile on a joke and you didn't need to. It was great the way it was.
Ah, man.
I wonder if he's sitting there at home just pissed off at these copycat dildo throwers. He's like, I'll show them.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, the King's going to come back.
I'm sorry?
The King's going to come back and throw the biggest green dildo you've ever seen in your life at center court.
I wouldn't doubt if the first guy's a little offended by this. Hey, that's my routine.
Oh, well, the green dildos are really not very expensive. Who sent this?
Oh, yeah?
You picked them up. You dropped them, Cheese. It sent a screenshot from Amazon. And, $10, $9 here.
Yeah, I went and checked them out. There's a lot of different, forms.
Oh, I'm sure they're all shapes, sizes, colors, everything you can imagine.
Why is this one scaled?
Yeah.
Did you see that, Ashley?
Yeah.
Scaled?
It's scaled like an alligator.
Oh, man. You got to be tough for that.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, I got a new girlfriend. You do? Yeah. She good looking? Yeah. Is she tough? Well, she's got a scaled dildo.
Oh, man. Well, and Ashley, so you're looking at it?
Yeah.
Why does it look like it has peas up top? Or warts or something like that?
It's like ribbed for her pleasure, Josh.
Ew.
What do you do? Someone sent you a link to dildos for sale?
Screenshot of Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
$10, you say?
I don't get that one.
Pretty good deal.
Boy,
A lot
this
of
other-
glow in the dark. That's really fun.
Glow in the dark, sure. Well, there you go. At 7:30, we'll chat with Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder. I'm sure they have something or another to say.
Dildos? No.
I wonder, so when Brad worked with the Wolves and Lynx, I wonder if they had anything anywhere near similar to this during his time there. That maybe it didn't make the news, or I'd imagine there had to have been something like panties or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. In Timberwolves history, I can't remember being a rabid fan from the get-go, I can't remember on-court situations where trash, something along the lines, was thrown on the court at a Wolves game. Brad Ryder wasn't working for the team a few years ago when that gal glued herself to the court.
No.
That was funny.
That was a couple, 3-4 years ago. Wasn't it it was an on-court gluing.
She was protesting something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a protest of some
I don't
sort.
remember what it was for.
Glued herself to the backboard or glued herself. My God.
She needed some stronger Gorilla Glue, though, because it didn't really hold that long.
All right. That's a hell. Speaking of big-time athletic events, I hate myself for bringing this up. It's effing August, and some bastard has already started dumping odds on who will play this year's damn Super Bowl halftime show. The conversation has already begun.
Wow.
I know. My damn. What is wrong with us? Super Bowl.
We've said it before. Unless it's Weird Al, I just don't have the interest anymore.
Super Bowl halftime show. I can't remember the last time I paid attention to the Super Bowl halftime show.
Justin Timberlake. That one I made a point of watching, but that was when it was here. I'm trying to think if there's another
just in
one.
case you spotted your neighbor in the crowd or something like that.
Well, I was watching the Super Bowl no matter what. But Justin Timberlake, I thought that might be kind of a fun one. I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty average.
My wife loved the one last year.
Who was it?
I forgot.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
That was great.
This is so ridiculous that this has become a conversation in August. Okay, I'll get it out of the way. Odds-on favorite Jay-Z, followed by Post Malone, Miley Cyrus, Bad Bunny, and Metallica.
Metallica's on the list every year.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
The only correct answer, there's two correct answers in my book. And then we can squash this because it's absolutely ridiculous to be talking about this. I just wanted to let you know we've lost our minds to a point now where every other WNBA game we have to throw a lime-colored rubber dong at each other. And in August, people are starting the conversation of who's going to play the Super Bowl halftime show. These are far greater signs of insanity, Josh, than your dream. There's only two correct answers. Josh said one already, and that's Weird Al Yankovic. The other would be a return of Janet Jackson.
That would
sure.
be good.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Bring Janet Jackson. Not that she probably wouldn't care, but bring her back.
I know this would never happen, but Iron Maiden would be awesome to see. I bet they'd put on a hell of a halftime show.
Definitely.
So you're saying there's more than two correct answers?
Well, that's not. That doesn't even count because there's no way. HVAC/R and stuff. Jesus said, "What if Mr. Big played halftime?" Of course, I'd be interested. That would never happen. Plus, they're done now.
They are. They've taken up retirement.
You guys have mentioned how big Iron Maiden is in Brazil. What if they played the halftime of one of those NFL games in Brazil?
That could happen.
That'd be pretty cool.
Problem is that game starts at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm going to miss it. In 1990, Josh, I worked at a warehouse in Bloomington, Minnesota.
I hate Bloomington.
I grew to hate it.
Yeah.
Because of this, partially because of my experience of driving there every day for a couple of years. It made me hate Bloomington, Minnesota. 1990, can you picture it, Josh?
Of course.
And I'm driving a forklift, and we had other things happening in this warehouse. And my boss was a hilarious dude. And one day, there were multiple things. I think I've heard older folks say there were multiple hats that I wore while working for this company. Not only would I be tootling around on the forklift, this is where I first honed my skills on the forklift, Josh.
That's the job?
Later in life, I became probably the finest forklift operator that Minnesota's ever seen. I could, Ashley, as you know, I could pick up a dime with that fork and flip it into a solo cup from 30 yards out. But anyway.
Beautiful.
I would drive the forklift. Sometime I would mix up a big, disgusting batch of this ceiling texture that we made at the... So when I'd walk in day to day, I didn't know I'd always have to walk up to the boss, and I'd say, "What do you want me to do?" So one day I walked in, I said, "What do you want? You want me to get on the lift and start loading trucks?" And he said, "No." And I said, "You want me to go mix up a batch?" And he said, no. And I said, well, then what do you want? And he said, what do I want? Janet Jackson.
Oh.
What else is going on around here? Emojis. You want to talk emojis with me?
Sure, I've got some experience.
You do?
Yeah.
All of you do. You guys are all emoji people.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm not a multiple emoji person other than maybe two. Tops.
Why do you draw this line in the sand?
Oh, I'm not drawing a line. I'm just explaining because you said emoji people. To me, an emoji person is someone who uses a whole bunch of them versus just one or two appropriately. Like I've already sent the rock hands to a couple people this morning via text.
You've set a standard where you'll never...
No, you're acting as if I've drawn a line. I haven't. I'm just explaining. I usually am just like a one or two emoji person, but there's emoji people who, like my mom. I should find a text from my mom.
You've made a vow.
Yeah, see, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Ashley, what would be an appropriate emoji to send him right now? He's not understanding. Facepalm?
Maybe the
Eye roll.
the face melting emoji where he's on his side.
Yeah, Nick, face melting emoji.
Face melting?
And then
You're frustrated with me?
No, I don't understand. Face melting / rolling on floor laughing, comma, heart, comma, eggplant.
You refuse in any situation to use more than one emoji in a single message, is what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. Facepalm, facepalm, facepalm. Oh, I just went back on what I said.
Eye roll.
Here's the deal. There are two emojis that could mean your significant other is banging somebody else on the side. Do you know them, Ashley?
Yeah, isn't one a croissant?
All right, she's right. One is a croissant.
Oh, no. You almost made me drop my croissant.
What's that from?
It's a viral Vine.
What did she say?
Is it, oh, no. You almost made me drop my croissant. This kid's like trying to walk up the stairs. His brother scares the heck out of him, and he's got a croissant on his plate. It's stupid, but it went viral a couple of years ago.
Man, I love the internet. One of the emojis that could mean your significant other is banging somebody's brains out on the side is a croissant. What's the other? Do you know the other?
Padlock.
No.
Padlock emoji. Josh is right. So they're saying, keep an eye on this. A private investigator comments on this story. Can you imagine your significant other being so shady that you have hired a private investigator to look into the matter?
I would think the relationship's over. If I ever felt I needed to do that, I would just assume, this isn't probably the right relationship for me.
I'm not letting it get that far.
A private investigator is the one who is kicking this information out there for us. This private investigator says there are seemingly innocent emojis, which are actually covert codes between cheating sluts. And one is the croissant and one is the stinking, how did you say it a minute ago, Josh?
Padlock.
Padlock. So here's where he's going with this. The croissant emoji might be a way that one person would say to the other, meet me for breakfast when nobody's looking. Okay? Let's just go along with it. I mean, that doesn't sound terribly scandalous, but then again, at the same time, if your wife or husband is meeting someone secretly for breakfast, you might jump to some conclusions, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if it's a secret.
The padlock emoji covertly means text me when you can. Text me when you're free. Text me when you're alone. The padlock. So the private investigator goes on to say, he asks a question. He asks, how did this become my life? I signed up to be a private investigator. This was supposed to be cool. I watched Magnum P.I. I watched.
I wanted to be a private investigator because of that.
Did you really want to
Yeah.
be? And this guy is saying, "How did I end up in an article about emojis?" But it is what it is. He's made his choices in life, and he's got to stand by them. The private investigator goes on to say, "Now, don't be coming at your significant other with a baseball bat if you see one croissant emoji or one padlock emoji. But if it's happening multiple times, oh, you might have yourself a problem."
Magic playing machinist Jesus brings up a good point. For a private investigator, might be a good idea if there's a large divorce settlement incoming. If you're trying to say, well, I can't give this person some money. They've been cheating on me and stealing our money and whatnot.
There you go. Lots of money involved. Yeah, maybe then I call myself a private investigator. Who else was there, Josh, that we looked up to as kids? Characters who played private investigators on television.
Was Columbo a private investigator?
Yeah, I believe he was. Magnum P.I. is a good one.
Magnum P.I. was the ultimate, obviously.
Yeah, I suppose he would be. Yeah, I don't know. One television show that my sister watched every week, and she would even try to record it. Sometimes on cassette tape. We were not made of money in the Bourne house.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
So sometimes my sister would record just the audio of her favorite shows. I remember her having multiple cassette tapes of The Love Boat.
Oh, I loved that show.
And cassette tapes of this show with a team of private investigators. And that show was called Moonlighting.
They were private investigators. That was one of my favorite shows.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was so funny in that. Rockford Files.
Oh, Jim Rockford. Hell yes.
And Remington Steele.
Starring, don't tell me his name because I know his name, Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Oh, then you go probably Heart to Heart. We could do this all day long.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Heart to Heart.
Sometimes the easiest answers you can't come up with. Not that Heart to Heart is the easy answer to any question because it's a little known. Oh, God, that was. Back to Moonlighting. Sybil Shepherd.
Hubba hubba.
Oh, my damn. Sybil Shepherd. Heart to Heart. Robert Wagner, correct?
Yes,
and
I think so.
And the actress that played his wife, I believe her name was Stephanie Powers. I think I have that correct. So you watch Magnum P.I. and you said, I need a Detroit Tigers hat.
And was it a Ferrari?
I need a Ferrari.
Yeah. And just hot ladies all over me all the time.
I need to go to Hawaii and solve some damn crimes. Never got into it, Josh.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry.
It seems like a show that you definitely would have been into.
Simon and Simon, people are texting in.
Yeah.
Famous television private investigators.
I remember that. Yeah, I watched that one too.
Ford Fairlane, well, that's a motion picture.
Never saw that one.
Riptide. Damn, we really were buried in private investigator-related programming.
Riptide. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I have vague memories of Riptide. So there you go. Look out if you're in a supposedly exclusive relationship. Your significant other might be folding something on the side, and it might all begin with a croissant and or padlock emoji. So you sat down, you put it in writing, Josh. You made a blood in, blood out pact that you would never do what again with emojis?
Ashley, do you think at this point I send him a head blown emoji?
Yes.
And
does that mean your mind is blown by my stupidity?
And then shaking my head emoji. Oh no, he got me. He just sent me back the pinching like my penis is small emoji. God darn it! He got
that
me
one always
back
stings.
immediately. That does sting.
And you send that one where it's just like the eyes are just slants and then the mouth is a slant. You're just that annoyed.
There you go.
I use the heck out of emojis, but I don't think there's ever been a time once that I've used a croissant or a padlock emoji.
I didn't even know the croissant one existed.
I mean, I might use croissant if I ever went to like Paris. I'd be like, Paris, little croissant emoji.
You've been honest with us over the years about dishonesty in a relationship. You had a relationship where you and your significant other both had something going on the side.
That was healthy.
That's always the funniest.
Did you ever use emojis?
No, just like code names.
Like what?
Changing. I remember a specific guy. I put his name in my phone as Shayla.
Oh, I see what you.
And that was so dumb because I didn't even talk to any Shaylas. I wasn't friends with any Shaylas. What?
I know what you mean. So you titled his phone number. How does someone who knows anything
The
about
contact information?
name?
Thank you. You, instead of putting the real contact name of the guy you were seeing on the side, Donnie, you put a girl's name in its place. So if the phone would buzz at 3 a.m. and it said Shayla, and your significant other would roll over, Shayla's trying to get a hold, right?
Yeah.
I did that too once.
Why did I pick a name that I didn't know? I had nobody in my life.
Since you're on Shayla, you haven't met her.
I don't know why you did that.
Because that was how he found out about that is because I was it was so awful. I was in a tanning bed. I left him in the car. He was waiting for me. And I realized that when I was in the tanning bed that I left my phone in the car. And I had this feeling in my stomach like, this isn't going to go well. I don't know. And when I walked out, the first question out of his mouth was, who in the hell is Shayla? It's like, what?
God dang. And he read what Shayla said to you.
Yeah.
And I imagine it wasn't something that a Shayla would normally say to an Ashley.
No, and there were some pictures that were exchanged.
Oh, no, Shayla, come on.
When do you have time to cheat next? Shayla may have asked you.
High school was insane.
Your boyfriend said, my damn Shayla has an enormous penis.
Yeah, that was, and what's funny is I probably could have just put him in as his regular name, and that might have gone more unnoticed because he also sold weed in high school. So I could have just been like, oh yeah, I was texting him about weed.
Man,
texting
you've lived a life.
Yeah, that was 6 years too. That was like a 6-year relationship. It was just back and forth.
When you're young, you don't realize
You were in
you
this.
don't need to be miserable.
You were in this relationship for 6 years,
Yep.
and there was cheating happening all the time.
Yeah,
on
he
both
started
sides.
it.
He started it.
Did you know, throughout the relationship, or were you
Yes.
completely shocked? Okay,
Plenty of times.
Okay.
We'd have these big blowout fights and then eventually get back together. What? Why? But everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah, that's what they say. I pulled that once too. I was being dishonest in a relationship, and I changed the name of a contact, a female contact. I changed her name to a guy. I don't think it ever backfired on me. But I do remember this. I remember having a massive argument with my significant other as we both got into bed and some huge argument started. And it was bad. It was bad. But we both exhausted ourselves in this argument and, okay, good night. And I remember lying there thinking, boy, this would be a really bad time for that side piece to text me. Right. And, of course, you have conversations with your side piece, don't you, Ashley? You say, don't ever text me on this night or at this time, right?
Yeah.
You do sneaky things like that because you don't want to get caught, obviously. So I remember this massive argument. And, I was on shaky ground when this argument was over. And I laid down, all dark in the bedroom, and I thought to myself, boy, this would be the worst friggin' time for my phone to go off right now. And sure as hell.
no.
You know what I mean? I had turned the ringer off, but that friggin' thing was humming on the, what do they call that thing you put next to a bed, Josh?
Nightstand.
Nightstand. And I kind of held my breath. Did she hear that? Okay, I guess not. 2 minutes later.
No.
And I'm laying there going, Shut up, phone. Shut up.
And at that time of night, everyone knows what that's probably, unless it's a advertisement or some spam.
This was before that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't blame it like on, that was just ESPN telling me about this.
Yeah, the Dodgers traded Kirk Gibson, right? Yeah, Josh, exactly right. Anybody with half a brain would know what that late night phone call was all about. Luckily, somehow, probably because of the ferocity of our argument, luckily that significant other had already she was out cold.
Did you yell at your side piece?
Oh,
what are you doing?
Yes. I said, come on. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. You can't send me pictures of you taking a pee at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. George, our listener buddy George,
he's the nicest guy in town.
He calls
love him.
He calls it a booty call.
Oh, that's a little crass.
Yeah. All right, we better get going again.
But why was Shayla's penis so big? If we can get back to
my God.
Yeah, do you still have the pictures?
No, gosh, no. No, I delete all that kind of stuff once I stop talking to that person.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I've got a friend that does not. He's got them cataloged. He's got maybe little notes on some highlights and lowlights.
I had a buddy
professionally touched up.
I had a buddy, I was just talking about this the other day, who had like a fake calculator app, and if you pressed in a certain code, it would open up to all these dirty photos, and he'd keep them logged in there. And I remember when he told me about that, he was in a committed relationship, and I was like, man, that don't feel good. I don't want to see these.
I don't understand why we do this. Why do we do these things with each other? It's just filthy and wrong. A booty call is what he says.
Booty call.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start saying that.
Yeah, we'll see if we can come around to that. We got to take a break. We love this crowd. It's Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. And when we come back, we'll go absolutely crazy with the Stupid News Report. We'll be back in a couple minutes here on the program.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it!
Chase the big time.
Get that, ladies!
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
Welcome to oh God, I can't even get it going. Welcome to Talkville, folks.
Where it's fun to talk about Smallville. I don't think you really know what you're doing on a television show until you do a podcast about it.
I've learned so much.
So what did we do again? I don't know. Let's rewatch it and do a podcast so we know what we did.
Talkville, the Smallville Rewatch podcast.
Let's get into it.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah, we had something going earlier. A little conversation about being sneaky and seeing someone on the side. You got a relationship going, but you also got a side piece or two. Ashley and I have had our moments of weakness. We admit it. Those days are over, aren't they, Ashley?
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yes.
We were telling our stories, Ashley and I. And a lot of you know the tricks of the trade. You maybe change the name of a contact on your cellular telephone. maybe you communicate with your side action with code words and just stupid nonsense like that. I had a thought. One of the most shameful moments when I was living that life was when a gal friend of mine, she was the type who would, pick up a telephone that didn't belong to her, right?
Yep.
And open it up. Oh, let's see what's going on. And she found a naked lady. A gal had sent me a naked picture. And there was no name attached to it. And this gal friend of mine presented it right to my face. I think I came smooth out the shower one morning, and she said, "Who's this?" With my phone open, right, with the naked lady. And in the moment, I did the best I could. I said, friggin' Wade. Now, some of you might recognize the name. We had a program director here for a few years by the name of Wade. Josh and I have mentioned before that we've used Wade as a code word before when we get locked into boring face-to-face conversations. Like, say, if Josh was stuck at an event like our upcoming Rock the River booze cruise.
September 19th. Buy tickets now.
Right, 93x.com. If I saw Josh at an event and he was having a conversation with someone and I could tell by the look on Josh's face that he was miserable, I would come over and say, "Hey, Josh, Wade's on the telephone. You got to call him back right away." That was our gimmick. So, and it's still active today. So you should know that if you're ever in a conversation with Josh or myself and one or the other approaches and says, "Hey, dude, you got to go, Wade's on the phone," you are being obnoxious or boring.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I've actually ever felt that way. My face betrays me sometimes. But you've done that before where somebody's like, oh yeah. I've heard you talk about this before.
I love that.
Hey, Cubby, Wade's on the telephone, wants you to call him back right away. I've seen that. And
it's kind of a funny bit now.
Whoever you're talking to goes, "Oh, Wade's on the phone? I know what that means."
Oh, no.
So anyway, in this panicked moment where my girlfriend presented me with a naked picture on my cell phone, I said, "Oh, yeah, friggin' Wade." And she said, "Wade? The program director?" And I said, "Yeah, he's always pulling pranks like this." And she said, "Well, I don't get it. Like, let me in on the bit. What's funny about Wade sending you a picture of a naked lady?" And I said, "Well, it's because one time when you remember when we went to Izadi's and Wade and then I just said, 'All right, fine, you got me. There's this gal that sends me naked.' And then, there's a gal that said, 'Yes, you got me. It has nothing to do with Wade.' Jesus Christ, what are you doing going through my phone?"
I like how you gaslit her as if it was her phone. Hey, if you didn't want this, you shouldn't have went through my phone. Hey, I got a question for you. Morally flexible folks here on the show.
Morally flexible.
Were you ever caught in a way where you paused and went, respect? You just weren't expecting them to have that level of cleverness where they busted you.
No.
I mean, maybe you're trying so hard to be careful, but you didn't consider that?
No.
No.
Neither one of you?
When I was caught, it was pure stupidity and sloppiness on my part. I made it quite obvious because of Ashley.
Yeah.
There was
You have yes, no. Wait, I'm confused.
No, nothing cool. Yeah. I guess not cool.
What would be? Is there one that's close where you thought, clever girl?
No, I don't think so. Nothing's coming to mind.
Good question.
What about you, Dana? Have you cheated?
Back in the day, yeah, when I was younger, absolutely.
Yeah, we understand. We understand you're not cheating now. That's okay.
Yeah, but no, never. I mean, it was always like I had a girlfriend that went to a different campus and, would only see her every once a month. So when I was on my campus, it's kind of free reign to do as I chose.
Book collector Jesus said he caught his ex cheating after she sent him a nude with multiple recipients.
Oh, that sucks.
Whoopsies.
Careful, girl. Careful. I have had like a couple people in my life where they were in long-term relationships and they're like, gosh, I should have cheated. Why did I pass up on all those opportunities?
I've really only had one of those situations, and I had a guitar teacher in high school, and he warned me. He said, you think you know people now. Wait till you go to college. It's a whole new world. You're going to meet types of people you never anticipated. Yeah, I just thought it was something old guy said, but he was right. He was, from day one, he was 100% right. And I had a lady, and maybe she was trying to tell me something, but she offered to take a bath with me. And I said, well, I can't possibly take a bath with you. I've got a girlfriend. We're at different colleges, but, I can't. And she said this to me, I don't care.
Oh,
and so
Josh.
I said, well, the girls are a lot different than they were in Catholic school. I'll tell you that much.
And you immediately got naked and got into the bathtub with her?
No, I didn't. What I did was I moved back home, and my girlfriend moved back home so we could be in a relationship when we broke up about 3 days later.
Yeah.
I thought, I could have been soaking in a tub with that lady at Moorhead.
Yes.
Did you try to get a do-over?
No.
Right?
That might have seemed a little desperate.
How about that bath a year and a half later?
Can you imagine? What if I run into her now? Yeah. And ask my wife, hey, this was really a missed opportunity.
Yeah. It still haunts me, babe.
She would understand, I'm sure.
Remember that time when we were going to take a bath 35 years ago?
You know what? It's funny. You say that. I never considered this. I bet of the two of us, I'm the only one that remembers that moment.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At the time, I never even thought there was any possibility I would do something like that. But when we broke up, I thought that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Of course.
The girl that offered you the bath, she doesn't remember that.
No way.
She probably had a
But what if she did? But what if she doesn't, does she?
She probably had a no-wake buoy in that bathtub.
Yeah.
She had so much company in there.
I bet you're right.
Dude.
That's true. I was probably one of maybe 6 guys that week that she asked to take a bath with. I've never been asked to, bathe before or after that.
It's pretty hot stuff. Hot stuff.
It's only cool for like a couple of minutes.
I did it once, and it was just kind of just happened. It wasn't like, hey, should we jump in the shower? It just kind of happened. And yeah, I agree with you, Ashley.
What, doing it in the tub is only cool for a couple of minutes?
This was a shower.
Yeah, showers, tubs, all wildly overrated.
That's why I think, if you have multiple shower heads, maybe that adds to the experience.
Oh, or like one of those benches.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But the tub thing, you can never get the temperature right, so it's either scalding hot and you're just miserable, you're sweating in it, or it's cold.
What's the position in the tub?
Usually her on top.
So like reverse cowgirl? Or no, cowgirl?
Yeah.
I remember, it's been a long time, but I think the position that she chose was holding my head underwater.
Yeah, that adds something for sure.
Ashley, you bring up a good question, though. How many people in long-term relationships just up and say to themselves one day, God dang, why didn't I get a side piece? So many people do it. Like I'm picturing a 100-year-old man on his deathbed. He's been married for 75 years. And the last thing out of his yap is, I should have pulled more ass. Something like that. And he thinks to himself, well, these won't be my last words. I'll get in something. But they are, you know what I mean? I should have pulled more tail. And then the guy dies.
Yeah, one of my buddies, he was dating this girl for like 8 years. And would go on like these spring break trips to Mexico, that kind of, and like has told me these stories about like girls coming on to him and him being so loyal, like even in like 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
Dang.
Turning these girls down. I'm like, why? Why would you do such a thing?
Social anxiety Jesus asks of my bath story, was that when you're in the middle of your no bathing bet? Yes. So that I did have that thought. Like maybe like when somebody says, would you like some gum? Maybe they're trying to tell you something. Maybe it was that. Yeah, I had a bet that I could go through the first semester of college and not take a shower.
You think it was because you were
It could have been
self-conscious about your filth? You really don't think it was your Catholic upbringing and your your other factors?
I like to try and factor in everything just so, I don't think, look, I was that special. She wanted to take a bath with it. It might have been because she thought, I got to clean this guy.
You're completely misreading the situation.
Yeah. Well, she really wanted me. No, she just didn't want to smell you anymore, Brett.
This guy smells like black licorice and butt cheeks. All right. There's a whole other route we could go down. I'm going to write this down. We've been talking about cheating. There's another story maybe we can get to later.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I had a thought earlier and then I forgot it, and now it's back.
Okay.
On the topic of, some regrets, like you said, the guy in his deathbed or me thinking about that bath.
Sure.
We mentioned this story plenty of times over the last 30 years, but I'd like to know if your thoughts have changed on it at all. Nick and I were asked to bartend at a sex toy party.
Right.
And this was when they were kind of new, and it was kind of hot. You're like, whoa.
Sex toy parties were new, absolutely.
I was single at the time. Were you? I don't remember.
Can't remember.
Would it have mattered?
For me, it would have. For Nick, absolutely not, especially during that timeline.
Right.
But we were asked, but the ladies here at that time were wild and very attractive.
Hot mamas.
Yeah. Especially the hosts.
Foxy ladies.
They could have a reality TV show. There was like a guy that hired these women, and he had a type, and it was totally obvious.
Right.
And very attractive, sex toy party. They're like, hey, you guys bartend this for us.
Yeah.
And we half thought about it for a second.
Yeah.
But they were so on the far end of wild that we thought something terrible's going to happen. They're way too crazy. And we backed out.
We came to the conclusion that if we would have agreed to play any role at this sex toy party hosted by the foxy ladies in the building, they were all coworkers. We came to the conclusion something will happen where we will be terminated.
Yeah, that was a good call for you guys.
Without a doubt in my mind.
And it wasn't too long after that one of them did get arrested for getting in a wild fight. But that was one of those times where on paper, people thought we were insane.
Yeah.
You have these very attractive, very fun women that want the two of you. You'd be the only guys there.
Only guys.
Young guys. Were in shape. We might even have had some hair.
A little bit. There was a little bit of hair left.
And we turned it down. It wasn't long. We didn't even have to think about it that long.
That is so mature of you guys.
I don't regret it. I don't.
I don't either.
Because
I really never have.
I know we would have lost our jobs.
I'm sure. And it wouldn't have been our fault.
No.
And we were more wild back then, but, compared to them, we're on a different planet.
What about planets? I'm sorry?
I said compared to them, we were not even in the same zip code, much less planet.
As far as partying,
yeah.
They were hardcore. They were. Jesus, listen to this text message right here from John Deere Jesus. When does the stupid news begin? Keep it in your pants, all right?
He gets prickly.
Why you got to come off like that?
Well, now I don't even want to do any of the stupid news. You guys want to talk about something else?
Maybe we don't do the stupid news. Thank John Deere Jesus for ruining it for everybody. Thanks, John Deere Jesus.
Had a lot of great stuff lined up.
We're trading fun memories back and forth.
There's a lot of shows to do a year. We can't just kind of go with a topic for a little bit.
What do you got, an overhang or something?
Toro Jesus would never say something like that.
Oh, no. George would never say something like that. Mark and Wreck Jesus. B-Rad G B-Rad G might say something like that. We're just having a little... Okay. Let's get John Deere Jesus off the ledge here. And I got to tell you, this is the most awful, terrible thing I've heard all day. Just terrible and awful. A zoo in a place called Denmark. Everyone's talking about this zoo in Denmark, wherever that is, because the zoo... What are you giggling about?
Because I love
You know that? Do you know this story?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't think this would be a story that you would giggle about.
It's just ridiculous.
It's
hard. I love animals, but I don't know.
The zoo in Denmark is asking people to donate their pets so they can feed them to the lions.
See, so this is where I have issues with, is because, like, the lions deserve to be fed. They deserve to have some fun in that chase.
Like a circle of life type thing, Ashley?
Yeah.
So they can feed your pet to the lions and other apex predators, is what they're saying.
That's kind of crazy.
The lions and other apex predators. So, Ashley, can they count on you to donate?
No.
They call the joint Aalborg Zoo, and they cut this idea loose on Facebook last Thursday. It said, "Did you know that you can donate smaller pets to us?" And no, I would imagine almost nobody knew that.
No, who would know that?
I'd never heard that until this story.
No.
I could never do something like that. Could you guys?
Oh, God, no.
I guess maybe if they were on, like, their deathbed.
Even then, I'd rather give them a peaceful death and get ripped apart by a lion.
The answer is no. No, I would never.
I mean, I don't even know if, like, after my pet passed on, if I could do something like that.
No, absolutely not. The word is now, you know, I understand the assumptions that a lot of you probably made when I told you about the zoo that's looking for you to donate your pet so they can feed them to the friggin' predators. The word is they don't want your puppies or your kitties. According to the zoo's website, they only accept pet rabbits, chickens, guinea pigs, and small horses.
What? Not
Ashley,
little Sebastian.
I was going to say, I was picturing little Sebastian getting chased around by a lion.
We've got a lot of bunnies in our backyard. We could hook them up if they wanted them.
Dude, I think the bunnies have like a town going in the backyard.
Oh,
like they've got like a subway system. It's insane.
The rabbits are... My backyard is coated in rabbit carcass, alive and dead. Okay, back to this zoo that wants you to donate your pet. I believe I have this correct, because someone said something about, well, maybe if my dog or my pet was on its deathbed or something. They do not want sick or dying pets. They only accept healthy ones. And again, they're talking about rabbits, chickens, guinea pigs, and small horses.
I would easily give up a chicken.
The 8th graders and the fully grown morons who hang out on social media lost their ever-loving minds over this. And those folks were saying, what kind of a sick, twisted bastard would donate their pet for a cause like this? Here's more from the zoo. They explained that some zoo animals, including big, oversized, wild mountain cats and whatnot, those MFers should be eating animals whole, fur and all, because it better simulates what they eat in the wild. Do you see where they're going with that?
Yeah.
According to the zoo's website, you can donate up to 4 animals at once. You show up with a trunk full.
You bring 4 miniature horses.
Just lead them in on leashes.
Not everyone thinks this is crazy. By the way, a handful of people are defending the zoo, calling the rest of us SAWFT soft and naive. Whatever. This is the way I look at it. The zoo is not my problem. They can find their own effing rabbits and chickens to feed the gorillas. My effing pets are not going to be eviscerated and turned into lion turds on my watch. Not going to happen.
You know, we've got a turtle I wouldn't mind getting rid of, but I wouldn't even, I can't imagine. Well, first and foremost, would no, I like turtles, but would a lion eat a turtle?
Maybe. You should just take him to the zoo and drop him in one of the tanks.
See if they notice?
Yeah.
I could never do that to dude.
I could never do that to any of my damned pets.
Steelers fan Jesus has a couple of coworkers he'd like to donate.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
A lot of people have some neighbor animals that they're not a fan of that they would donate.
Sure. Even a chicken.
Got a lot of turkeys in the neighborhood.
Oh,
they're kind of jerks.
They are. They're D-bags.
Even a turkey.
Worse than geese?
Oh, I like geese.
Different kind of jerks.
Okay.
They're more cocky.
I mean, the idea of a gorilla, or a mountain cat eating a chicken or a turkey does not bother me. But I'm not going to be the guy that kicks that chicken or turkey in the ass into the cage. You see what I'm saying? I don't need that on my conscience. Because I'm telling you, yes, those animals are dumb as hell, but just the chance that one of them is smart enough to look back at me, look into my eyes and say, what are you doing?
That's true.
That would torture me.
I don't know. I saw my bird dog, Jaeger, kill some chickens, and after that, I just never really looked at them the same. I was like, yeah,
Insomniac,
they don't mean much.
Jesus said a lion definitely would eat a turtle. It's just like sunflower seeds, he said.
Oh, my God.
Or I suppose like a pistachio.
Yeah.
No.
Crack open the shell and you eat the green part.
Ashley, I never, ever want another animal to look at me the way those ducks looked at me in 1982 when we dropped them off at my drunk uncle's farm.
That's so messed up.
We raised these ducks from the time they were tiny little babies. All they knew was running around my yard, eating Cheetos, swimming in a, what do you call that miniature pool?
Kiddie pool?
Kiddie pool. Swimming in a kiddie pool. And then our idea was, well, we'll turn them over into the wild. And those ducks looked at my dad and my brother and I when we released them to the wild. And they looked at us, and I knew they were saying to themselves, why are you doing this?
No.
I thought we were a team.
This morning, we were in a kiddie pool eating Doritos and listening to REO Speedwagon in your backyard. Where are you going? Where are you guys going? I'll never.
Oh, that would shatter my heart.
How long do you think those ducks lasted in the wild?
2 days.
Yeah.
They were absolutely unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
Gamer chick Shiza said she used to volunteer for a place that had pumas, wolves, and other predators in Minnesota, and they would feed them roadkill.
Yeah.
I never considered
Good use for it.
There you go.
That's so cool.
Again, it doesn't disturb me at all, the thought of, the natural order of things. Predators eating prey. But I'm not going to be the guy that closes the door on anything. On the lion cage, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah, I guess, I'm saying I could probably do it, but then again, when I watch, those Earth shows, and there's, a group of lions that take down a water buffalo or something, I'm in tears.
But how...
I'm like, why? I'm like, but... And then they always get, the smallest and the weakest of the pack. And
that's how it works, Smashley.
Oh, I'm like, I know you got to eat, but...
The little baby water buffalo, he's got kind of a limp.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with the rest of you bastards.
Oh, it messes me up.
I mentioned before the series Underdogs with Ryan Reynolds narrating a nature show. That is very funny. Very creative, very funny.
Here's a text message that says, so you guys are only going to do one stupid news story in 40 minutes?
I'm going to fight somebody.
Yeah, Josh.
What?
Get in there on this guy.
Well,
drag him, Josh.
Hey, no one likes to disappoint anybody.
What were you saying about a television show?
Underdogs. It's I really enjoyed it. Very creative. Each episode has a different theme, and Ryan Reynolds is great.
Well, speaking of underdogs, I was thinking, how proud of a pet owner would you be if you put your 4 chickens in there and they pulled the upset on the lion?
Peck its eyes out or something.
You could get rich.
Yeah.
Rockhound Jesus said they don't feed the animals live. A few people have said this. They euthanize them humanely before tossing them in so it's not as violent as imagined. I hear you, but still it'd be my pet. I still wouldn't want to watch that.
You never know what kind of sideways-ass nightmare might be headed your way. Like this here. And yeah, we're probably only going to get through 2 stupid news stories in 40 minutes. And you're going to have to deal with it.
That makes Nick's day better today.
You know who's a happy guy?
Heck yeah.
This good-looking sumbitch right here.
Well, look at the time. Should we just get to one and move on?
Because this good-looking sumbitch right here is going to have 3 stupid news stories already edited for tomorrow's show. So suck it. Give us a freaking break once in a while.
Yeah. John Deere Jesus, how many stupid news stories do you get through at your job?
How many do you edit every day? You never know what kind of sideways nightmare might be headed in your direction. A fish falling from the sky sparked a wildfire and knocked out power in a rural area. They call it a rural area of British Columbia, Canada. A fish falling from the sky. Local fire officials confirmed that all of what I just told you was for real skis. A wildfire busted loose near a village called Ashcroft. The local fire crew came a-running. It took roughly 4,800 gallons of water to put the fire out. I don't know how significant that number is, but I went ahead with it anyway. A quick investigation into the cause of the fire made some folks say, wait a minute, what now? But the final word was that a damned fish, and a big one, dropped out of the yap of a bird flying overhead. The fish hit a power line on the way down, and the fish is thinking, this is how I close things out? The fish hit a power line on the way down. The impact of the fish hitting the power line sent sparks and embers flying into the air. Those sparks landed in what they call some dry brush, and that triggered the damn fire. Everybody died.
That's great. Oh, no.
Oh, no, everybody.
I didn't hear that part.
Nobody was injured.
That's pretty insane. It's crazy that they can figure that kind of thing out.
I know. They got a big, fat-ass, ugly breed of bird up that way called an osprey. We got them here, too. We've got ospreys running around here, too. You can ask Ashley's dork husband. He'll tell you.
He's got an app for that.
The Merlin app.
Husband is a bird dork. So this big osprey was flying overhead. Fish in his yapper. Osprey love fish. They scoop them out of the water all the time, and they fly back to their nest, and that whole routine.
Super cool looking.
This time around, the osprey got a little clumsy and dropped his catch. And again, that's how the fire started. Everything is A-OK now. There's some, the part of the town was burned up, but nobody died. Stupid bird. He hiccuped or something, and he spit out his fish.
I always feel bad when they drop their prey.
And I wonder if the bird flew overhead for a while saying, son of a bitch, look what oh, my God.
I got to get out of here.
Fly a little faster.
He pulls his, like when you pull your shirt up over your head so nobody, he put his wing up. Oh, my God, this is embarrassing. Look at, I hope I don't kill anybody down there. I was just looking to have a snack. Yeah, that's it for the stupid news.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor. Got an object that just flew in as the free throw was being made. And it looked like that hit a player, too.
That guy sounded just like that comic. Aziz Ansari.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Was that Aziz Ansari, Josh, on the call of the WNBA game last night where another dildo was thrown onto the floor?
Not that I'm aware of.
That was Aziz Ansari calling last night's WNBA game. If you're just tuning in, another game, another dildo launch. This time, a big, fat rubber dong was overhanded onto the court at a Los Angeles Sparks game. And from reports, I didn't see the video, they stayed with the fluorescent lime green theme.
Yeah, it looked green once again.
And one player just kicked it right off the court.
Yeah.
It is the year of the phony dong in the WNBA. Someone texted in earlier and said it's time to move on to pocket Broncos.
Oh, my gosh.
What is a pocket bronco? I've heard that used as a joke forever.
It's a fake vagina that the truck drivers invented it.
For gentlemen.
Yeah, but it's smaller than, like, the classic pocket pee, right?
Yeah, ask an over-the-road truck driver. Over-the-road truck drivers invented the pocket Bronco in 1964.
They're ahead of the times.
For long trips.
Yeah, well, somebody should have marketed that back in the day. They'd be pretty rich.
Yeah, my mom works at a trucking company, and they give them out for free, Dana.
All right, here's your badge. Here's the keys. Here's the pocket Bronco.
Drive safe.
That's 3 dildos in a week in the WNBA. All right, before we go, Twins won last night in Detroit, and that Luke Keeschal came back into the mix and had a great game. Boy, I bet he struggles when he goes to the bars, right?
Sitting there by himself.
Struggles to get any attention from the ladies, that Lukey Keeschal.
Let's see.
He had a great game last night.
This could be your new Kepler, Ashley.
I don't know. That's a bold statement. Let's see.
Anthony Edwards turned 24 yesterday. Somebody must have gotten pregnant, right?
My gosh, 24. What have I done with my life?
I know. Tomorrow is Jalen Hurts' birthday.
It's a big day around here.
Can you believe we've gotten all the way up to this point now, Josh, where tomorrow is Jalen Hurts' birthday?
I love that Dana brought you in that countdown clock for his birthday.
It's beautiful. 1 day, 9 hours, 35 minutes, and 22 seconds until Jalen Hurts' birthday, to be exact. Before we go, and don't go anywhere because Josh's news is coming up. Before we go, we were talking about a zoo in Biafra. Where was this zoo again? Denmark. A zoo that put out a message on Facebook and said, hey, did you know you can donate your pets to us so we can feed them to the lions? Not dead pets, not sick pets, healthy pets. They want you to donate, well, not us, but people in Denmark, donate your pets to the zoo so they can feed the apex predators. I could never do such a thing. Got a text message here, Josh, from a listener who says, I got a grandmother that could use a new home.
Grandma, no.
Grandma's in there. We got to take a break. Josh's news is coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
Welcome to oh God, I can't even get it going. Welcome to Talkville, folks.
Where it's fun to talk about Smallville. I don't think you really know what you're doing on a television show until you do a podcast about it.
I've learned so much.
So what did we do again? I don't know. Let's rewatch it and do a podcast so we know what we did.
Talkville, the Smallville Rewatch podcast.
Let's get into it.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What the hackers are doing now is they're building a database of all of our usernames and passwords, and then they're hoping that you're going to reuse those usernames and passwords across different websites.
Oopsies. Several city-only services are still offline as St. Paul continues to grapple with a deliberate, coordinated cyber attack, and officials are warning residents to watch out for fake bills. The attack entered its second week on Monday after city officials discovered the breach on July 25th. While 911 emergency services remain operational, the city's online payment systems are still down. Officials also flagged reports of fraudulent invoices posing as city bills, but they're not legit. Please don't click on any links or email attachments if you're unsure of their origin, read a message on the city's website. The Minnesota National Guard has been called in to assist, and their director of cyber coordination said the reality is grim. Bad actors are getting more sophisticated, and it only takes one weak spot to bring systems down.
Threats have been emerging and evolving and growing and maturing for, about probably 10, 15 years now.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Evolving.
Yeah, dang it. Buddy.
Evolving.
They didn't let him do that over again.
Oh, no.
We only got time for one take.
All right, let's start take two.
Threats have been emerging and evolving and growing and maturing for, about probably 10, 15 years now.
That sucks.
All right, we're done.
Evolving.
Okay, just one more. One more. The good news is officials believe the risk to residents' personal data is low, since the city doesn't store much sensitive information about its people. What's still unclear is whether any employee data may have been exposed, and that situation is evolving. A cybersecurity professional at the University of Minnesota who's previously advised the federal government on digital threats, don't you know? He called the breach severe. He commended the city's IT team for reacting quickly and responsibly when they spotted suspicious activity, but he's concerned about how long the disruption has lasted. Most organizations are able to restore basic services in less time, he said. Meanwhile, in North St. Paul, the city council held an emergency meeting to approve a contract with a cybersecurity expert following a recent attack on the city's police department.
It's not clear yet what information may have been compromised, but the team is digging through emails and digital logs to try and figure that out.
Still unclear when that incident occurred, but the city is bringing in professionals to investigate and respond.
Professionals to investigate and respond?
That's right.
Well, that sounds pretty serious.
A 51-year-old woman's accused of intentionally starting a fire at a man's Maryland home because he owed her $7. The victim told police Janice Oney, someone he'd known for years, was at his place when she got upset, demanding $7 that she claimed he owed her. They argued for a bit before she left. But just a few minutes later, she came back with a bottle of gasoline, set his front door on fire, and took off on a bicycle.
She took off on a bicycle.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to kind of kill whatever sense of badassery she was hoping to feel with that revenge.
100%.
Gears are clunking back and forth.
Slips off the pedal.
Yeah.
I hope she at least rode a wheelie for a while. I mean, that would change things.
Set a pimp's house on fire over $7?
Yeah, fortunately, the fire didn't spread too much. The homeowner managed to put it out before emergency crews arrived. Police said surveillance footage from nearby businesses backed up the victim's story, helping them identify Oney as the one and only suspect. She's got a preliminary court hearing set for later this month.
She's down bad if she needs to do that for $7.
Well, I
just
think
very prideful.
It's not just $7. I have a theory here that they must have been F-buddies at one point or another, those two. Are you following where I'm going with this?
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's some scorned... How do you call that, Josh? There's a
bad
term.
Blood.
Bad blood, right? Hurt feelings. What was that little happy tune you were whistling?
Oh, Taylor Swift. I got Ashley going over.
Nice. Yeah.
Some hoe attacked a guy with a spade, and now she'll be digging into a prison sentence. The 44-year-old British woman is going to spend 10 months in jail after hitting her neighbor in the head with a shovel.
I'm going to call F-buddies on this one as well.
Maybe, if so. I mean, this is, she's a cradle robber. The cultivation of a feud which dragged on for 3 years. The dirt hit the fan outside a 20-something's home where she attacked him, leaving him with a head injury that required hospital treatment. Police said the neighbors had been arguing over, quote, various issues.
Yeah. Yep. They used to bang. Feelings got in the way.
I've got a neighbor that I wouldn't mind there being a shovel around next time we chat.
Is that the one that got mad at your dogs for barking?
Yeah, I got mad at my dogs for being dogs.
I thought you were going to say you have a neighbor that you wouldn't mind making your next F-buddy.
Nah. I've got all older neighbors.
Old folks don't know how to F?
I guess, I don't know. We do have this woman that lives next to us, and she's a babe.
So you'd consider that?
I'd consider it.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
I know her husband listens to the show, too. So, yeah, I'm talking about her.
Would your husband consider that cheating, or would he say, well, go for it?
I guess I don't know. I'd have to ask him about that one.
Would you say the situation is
evolving?
Would you consider it that?
Yes.
A Missouri state trooper arrested 3 people over the weekend after finding multiple pounds of meth in their car, which, based on where they found some of it, might have been a Volvo, or perhaps the car was a Porsche. 58-year-old Daryl George, 43-year-old Heather Wayman, and 50-year-old Kimberly Mason all pulled over Saturday night for not having a light on their rear license plate. That's how they get you.
Gosh, yeah.
And it turns out George was also driving on an expired license. The trooper noted that everyone in the car seemed unusually nervous for a routine traffic stop. The women agreed to let him search their backpacks, but inside, the trooper found some stuff, several baggies of meth and a glass pipe. After discovering the Good Decision powder, a deeper search of the vehicle turned up another 4.6 pounds of that sweet meth. All 3 were arrested and taken to the Clinton County Jail. Once there, Mason told officials she had more meth and another glass pipe, quote, inside her person. So the Clinton County staff took a peek, and there it was. George, Wayman, and Mason have all been charged with second-degree drug trafficking, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, and even failing to wear a seatbelt. Oh, they tossed that one in because they must have been jerks.
Yep.
George also picked up a bonus misdemeanor for driving without a valid license.
I know quite a few people that have gotten in a lot of trouble, and it all started with the light being out for their license plate.
Yeah, they say you got to maintain the vehicle if you're going to be, as they say, riding dirty.
One time, one of my buddies got a Dewey because he threw a cigarette out of the window, littered, and the cop pulled him over. Yeah, it's like
My friend got one because his window tint was too dark, and he had tinted his windows the day prior.
No.
A naked man.
Yeah, I those nitpicky reasons, right? It's kind of what we're discussing.
Yep.
It's like that pal of mine who got pulled over and got a DWI for driving his car down the railroad tracks. You can't let some little thing go. You can't turn the other way.
It must have just been a bored cop, slow night or something. A naked man wearing nothing but a black gimp mask and sneakers. Nope. Ashley's out.
No, thank you.
Has been caught on eerie video prowling a quiet moonlit street of a seaside town in England, putting the sack in cul-de-sac, quite literally. The footage showing the mystery man in bondage hood, walking through residential areas in the dead of night has left some locals rattled, locking their doors and hiding their ball gags. It's a gimp mask. I've watched the footage. I have no idea what he thinks he's doing, said one resident. In the days after, they saw a young man fully clothed, wandering around, looking up at buildings, kind of scanning for cameras, one neighbor said. We think it's the same guy.
Yeah.
A clip of the pervy prowler caught on car's dash cam first made the rounds in local WhatsApp groups. Soon after, more footage from the same night surfaced on Facebook, revealing the same naked gimp masked Englishman proudly unmasking his veiny Big Ben to the entire neighborhood.
Oh, he's totally naked?
Except for shoes and the gimp mask.
Shoes and okay.
The man was seen calmly strolling through the quiet streets at about 12:50 a.m. July 18th. Some locals saw the humor, however.
What?
One person says, I'll bet it's someone who lost a bet. Another person joked in some Facebook comments, it was a hot night. What can I say? A third chimed in, brilliant. Is he single? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, see, what they're really saying is I'm asking for me.
That gets me every time.
Still, police are taking the incident seriously. They're reviewing footage and going door to door in search of the nude gimp. It's not the first time, of course, England's been haunted by a mysterious figure in fetish gear. Several years ago, residents were terrified by a man dubbed the Somerset Gimp, a black-suited prowler who reportedly jumped out at people at night and then would grunt and write on the ground.
Eventually, though, they just kicked that guy's ass, right?
Yeah, well, he was never charged for those incidents specifically, but he admitted to it. He said it was me, and he was banned from dressing in a gimp suit.
I remember that guy. I think eventually some town drunks just beat his ass.
They got tired of him.
And
I'd rather just see the quiet guy walking naked than the dude making sex noises, rolling around on the ground in ecstasy. I don't know about you guys.
They said they're going like door to door to find. How are they going to identify him? He's got a gimp mask on.
I don't know, whip it out, or I don't know what they're going to do.
Let me see your shoes.
Hey, I recognize those shoes.
Whenever there's stories about gimp masks, I always think of American Horror Story. Do you? Like that really dark.
Was it the one with the rotating penis?
Yeah.
Yeah. I before that scene even finished, I stopped watching.
I understand.
I go Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to, and I wish I could go back to Pulp Fiction, but after seeing that...
It changes a man.
Yeah, it does.
I think I've told you before, Pulp Fiction came out in 1994. I was a 23-year-old.
One of the best movies ever.
And I was well aware of some things by the time I was 23 years old. But when that scene cut loose, where the gimp jumps out of a crate on a leash, I had never in my life heard of anything like that. And I was totally confused as to what was happening.
The best part is it's completely unnecessary. Like you don't need that.
Nick,
I was completely lost. I had no idea there was such a thing.
I was in the same boat, Nick. When I was 10 years old and saw Pulp Fiction, I had no idea that such a thing existed either.
You were 10 when you first watched that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was born in 85. We got a hands on some VHS copy of it when we were about 10 years old.
I felt silly. I had to ask my bro who was sitting next to me in the movie theater. I had to say, so what is going on here? What is this?
And then he unzipped his mouth and told you?
Told me exactly what the story was.
If you're looking,
I thought I knew everything at that point in my life, Josh. I was mistaken.
As a young person, you always do, right? You know everything.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something new to stream, Wednesday is back on Netflix with a darker, twistier season 2.
Heck yeah.
And Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne return to bring the laughs in the second season of Apple TV Plus's Platonic. First up, after becoming Netflix's most-watched series ever, Wednesday finally returns with its highly anticipated second season. It's been nearly 3 years since the first season reintroduced the world to Wednesday Addams, the iconic character, of course, from the Addams Family franchise. This season, Wednesday is even darker and more biting as Nevermore Academy faces a fresh wave of supernatural threats. To mark the occasion, Wendy's transformed one of its California locations into a gothic Wednesdays for a day, complete with themed rooms, spooky decor, and a meal of misfortune, quote-unquote. Menu items included rest in 10-piece nuggets and the blood-red Raven's Blood Frosty.
This is a big deal, huh?
Yeah, I'm absolutely geeked for this. I'm going to go home and shut all the blinds and light some candles, pretend it's Halloween time.
And watch it.
I kind of wish Ice Cube and Chris Tucker would make a program called Wednesday.
Yeah. The first part of Wednesday Season 2 streaming now. The final 4 episodes come out in 4 weeks from today, September 3rd. Also back for Season 2, as I mentioned, the popular Apple TV Plus comedy Platonic, starring Ashley's celebrity crush Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne. I hope they bring back his hatred of scooters.
Oh, that was great.
That was a good bit.
Oh, I have too much to watch.
The series is once again earning rave reviews. The first 2 episodes of Season 2 are available to stream today. New episodes will be released.
Oh,
yeah, Christ, Ashley.
It's one of those things.
If only you had a hell of a lot of time off coming to you.
I think she'll be a little busy. But yeah, maybe you'll find some time. We announced it yesterday. Rock the River is back for another year, brought to you by Anytime Bail Bonds. It's a great time to hang out, bust balls, make friends, watch me struggle with interpersonal interactions, have a little food and drinks, and a lot of laughs. Hop on board the Paddleford Riverboats Friday night, September 19th from 7 to 10, and cruise down the Mississippi with us. We'll have live music from Gel, a first-class dinner buffet, thanks to Lucky 13's Pub, and Liquid Courage all night with your friends here at 93X. Tickets are on sale on our website, 93x.com. It was on this day in 1999, The Sixth Sense was released in theaters. And plot twist, this day in 1970, the man who gave us The Sixth Sense was torn, slick, and screaming from the warmth of his mother's womb. M. Night Shyamalan, 55.
That movie, scarred me.
That was an awesome movie.
It came out when you were pretty young.
I thought it was all right.
That was, yup, I wanted to make sure that's the movie I was thinking about. Yeah, I don't know. When I watched that, I must have been the perfect age where, that messed me up.
That movie is when I realized I was dumb. I never predicted what happened. Never
a lot of
once.
people didn't.
Well, I didn't know what a gimp was. So.
No clue. And she can play a badass with the best of them. Michelle Yeoh from Wicked, Star Trek Discovery, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 63 today. Shout out to Polish Crooked Nose Jesus. His bud is making its first on-camera appearance for the grand opening of his colonoscopy. Best of luck. Happy 57th to DC1 USN Jesus. And happy birthday to Steelers fan Jesus from your daydreaming, forgetful wife, Daydreamer Jesus. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
I'm a big guy. I'm a big, strong guy.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
What I found out at the Franklin Institute?
You went to the Franklin Institute?
I did. 25 pounds of pressure if someone is attacking you, and you can rip their ear off. They said it's the same amount of pressure to open up a pickle jar, and you can just rip their ear off.
Good morning, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder.
Good morning.
Good morning.
John Kruk, former big leaguer John Kruk, was on the call alongside a feller named Tom McCarthy. They do the play-by-play for Philadelphia Phillies baseball games on television. And it was a blowout ball game the other night between the Phillies and the Orioles. So, of course, the announcers try to fill some time with some jibber-jabber. And John Kruk said he visited a joint called the Franklin Institute. Now, my guess is that's some kind of a science museum out there in Pennsylvania. And it is my favorite part of the audio, actually, Josh, is when John Kruk says to Tom McCarthy, you know what I found out at the Franklin Institute? And Tom McCarthy says, you went to the Franklin Institute?
He said it nonchalantly, like he goes there all the time.
Didn't expect John Kruk to say something like that, right? And Kruk introduces this to the conversation. 25 pounds of pressure is enough to rip someone's ear off. It's the same amount of pressure to open up a pickle jar. You can just rip someone's ear off. Can Randy or Brad, can you confirm or deny that information from John Kruk?
Can do neither.
I can't, but I'm going to trust that he's right. I bet that's an entertaining broadcast because I've heard that McCarthy guy on other things before. He's pretty good, and Kruk is pretty witty. So
yeah,
that's a pretty good broadcast to listen to.
You can rip somebody's ear off, like you're taking the lid off a pickle jar. Kruk went on to explain that his daughter is studying to be a nurse. So, with his daughter being interested in, the human body and whatnot, they've made some visits to this science museum, and he's learned all kinds of wonderful things. I look forward to the next piece of information he might share with us.
There you go.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He thinks he's funny.
Well, he doesn't try hard. Things like this get put on the internet, but he wasn't. It's just him.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I know you
I'm
are.
sure he's a very funny guy.
He's got a dry sense of humor.
Exactly.
Anyone but Keith Hernandez. You know where I'm at in life right now. Anyone. I'm tired of it. Not everything that Keith Hernandez says is interesting, but there's a few websites who highlight every sound he makes during New York Mets broadcast. But you guys don't want to hear my problems. The Twins got a win last night in Michigan. And what a return for the young kid, Lukey Keishal.
Yeah.
As he swings and launches high and deep to left field, back it goes, deep it goes, and gone! Luke Keishal with his first Major League home run. Welcome back to the rookie, and what an impact he's making already tonight. It is 3-0 Twins here in the opening inning.
As the hockey players would say, he's got that salad, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a baby.
I would kill any one of you for his hairdo.
I get it.
Looks so soft.
Beautiful. Beautiful hairdo. He gets into the dugout. He takes the lid off, and I thought, man.
It's almost like anytime he takes his helmet off, it's in slow motion,
Total pimp.
Kind of forgot about him during this time period when he was hurt. But, man, he made an impact when he was first called up. We all talked about that. And, I mean, that's the future of the Twins, is a guy like that. Brooks Lee, Keishal, those guys, Joe Ryan, that's the future. Royce Lewis when he's healthy.
You'd hope they stick around for a long time. So, he hadn't played a baseball game since April because of a knee injury. He returns to the lineup last night. First at bat, hits his very first off of former Twin Chris Paddock.
Yeah.
First at bat, Keishal hits his first ever yard sale, had an RBI single later on in the ballgame. He was terrific. Trevor Larnach also hauled out the dong. That's his second in 2 nights. Zebby Matthews did just fine. And, they jumped on Chris Paddock's ass right now.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boys had a great game last night. One more game with the Tigers today. Rocco's planning another one of those all-hands-on-deck bullpen-type gimmicks.
Sure.
To see if the boys can win the series.
Yeah, I mean, giving guys like Taj Bradley a chance to kind of get acclimated in St. Paul, hopefully at some point you're going to call either, the Abel kid or Bradley up and let them take some swings in the rotation before the season ends just to give them a taste. So
You'd think you'd have to because you can't continue to do 2 bullpen games in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it's taxing. It takes a lot out of your bullpen. But, I mean, Topa pitched well last night to get the save. And, there's some real positive things last night overall. It's just great to see Keishal back, though. He does make a big difference. I don't think he'll be the number 5 hitter, when it's all said and done, he's probably going to be more in the top 3. But for right now, it's just nice to have that extra bat in there. And if Buck ever gets healthy here soon, that will really make an impact in that lineup. So.
Well, I think it was just yesterday. Yeah, Glenn Perkins told us maybe we see Buxton today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke. Keishal didn't miss all that time with a knee problem. A listener texted in. He took a pitch to his forearm, and the baseball broke his arm for him. I think that's correct. Yeah. I was mistaken about the knee problem.
Well, that's a much better injury long-term than a knee.
Right.
Now I'm really mad, though. Speaking of Byron Buxton, now I am really mad about the Twins purge, where, I think like a lot of folks, I was kind of in shock. I wasn't sure what to make of it. You read some more details and you start to say, well, what the hell? Why did they trade that guy when he had this going for him and that going for him? But now I'm really mad. The trade Nami that the Twins pulled off. I read an article titled, "The Carlos Correa Trade Left Byron Buxton Heartbroken." And let me tell you, you go around hurting Buck's feelings, you're going to have to answer to me and a lot of other Twins fans who love that man. Heartbroken's the word they use, Josh.
Yeah, it is sad. I don't want him heartbroken. He's too cool for that.
Way too cool.
According to some dude named Dan Hayes of a website called The Athletic, Correa is one of Byron's best baseball bros. And to see him go hurt a pimp.
They were drafted in the same draft, right?
I believe you're correct about that. Do any of you know how much a man can hurt inside?
Oh, gosh, yes. Keep going. I know where you're going. Keep going.
Frank?
Yes, Frank.
The media's not here for you. Weird Al Yankovic's on the plane. In tribute to the new release of the latest Naked Gun movie right there. I was sorry to hear that Byron was hurt by the Correa trade. If you're listening, Buck, I love you, brother. I'll go to war for you, Buck.
Well, with his best friend being gone, that does kind of open up an angle for you. You said the other day how you just want to be best friends and hang out with the guy.
How many of us have them?
Friends.
Thank you, Ashley. Ones we can depend on. Friends. A side note. How about a little baseball side note here? I have plenty more baseball information, but I love watching baseball on television. Is anyone else with me here? I love watching baseball on television, but if one more announcer uses the slang term velo, I'm going to make a formal complaint to the FCC. Just say velocity.
Saving time.
I don't want to have to report these people to the FCC, Randy.
Sometimes you just need a good breathe.
Yeah, you gotta save time though. The pitch clock. I mean, things are happening too fast in baseball right now.
What's your vocal velo, Nick?
My vocal velo?
Yeah.
The velocity of my verbal delivery?
Yeah.
It's never been measured, Brad Ryder.
Huh. Then we have to do that.
Unbelievable. You know how
Your launch angle?
Launch angle. These trendy terms, pick up steam.
Right.
My damn. One more announcer says velo, and I'm making a telephone call. I promise you that. Arizona Diamondbacks outfielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stepped up to the plate last night to face a pitcher called Mason Miller. Miller plays for the San Diego Padres. Gurriel crushed a 103.9 mile per hour fastball into the left field seats. Now take this however you like. It was the hardest hit pitch for a home run since Big League Baseball started pitch tracking in the year 2008.
Left field, and we're tied. He got him 439 feet. Gurriel's second tonight.
103.9 mile per hour fastball.
Wow.
Tossed her into the seats.
I wouldn't have guessed if you were going to give me...
Don't do it, Randy.
a list of players that might pull that off, he would not be the guy I'd choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why?
I thought you were going to say the V word.
Oh no!
I thought you were going to make reference to the 103.9 mile per hour pitch and use the V word.
I would never do that, Nick.
3, 2,
Velo.
1. Yeah, there you go. Right. Guys are throwing the baseball 103.9 miles per hour nowadays.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When I was a kid, Roger Clemens hit 92, 93, and everyone wet their pants, you know. The Athletics' Shea Langoliers.
Yeah, this guy can hit, boy.
Last night, he became the fourth catcher in Major League history to now have 2 3-run, I'll get there. This is a lot to say. He became the fourth catcher in Major League history to have 2 3-home run games in a season. Or maybe it's career. I think it's career. Well, Christ, now
it's probably career. He hasn't been around that long.
Okay. 2 3-home run games. He had one. Okay, it is career because last year he had one in April, and now he had one last night. He hit 3 home runs against the Washington Nationals. 2 of the 3 catchers, again, he's the fourth catcher to do this.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the 3 other catchers are very well known. Would you like to try and guess who they are?
Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench is one of them.
Carlton Fisk.
No, but that's a solid guess.
Thurman Munson.
Solid guess, but incorrect, no. Brad Ryder. I'll give you the other one because I remember the name. Travis d'Arnaud.
d'Arnaud, yeah.
The other
for the Braves.
The other, I'll give you a hint.
Sure.
Canada is my hint.
Gary Carter.
Gary Carter.
Yeah.
Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Travis d'Arnaud, and this Shea Langoliers are now the 4 catchers in Major League history to have 2 3-home run games. And Johnny Bench is...
I'm surprised a little bit that Cal Raleigh isn't one of those guys, the way he's hitting the ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has a 3-home run game.
Does he have one of those this year?
He's hit so many friggin' dongs, he's got to have one, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gary Carter, I thought he was quite awesome when I was a youngster.
Great player.
He had salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gary had beautiful curly hair, especially when he was young. And the sumbitch died when he was still pretty young. Was it cancer that got Gary Carter?
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah.
If you want to cry and continue crying until you're completely dehydrated, watch, I know this is on YouTube somewhere, watch footage of when the Montreal Canadiens paid tribute to Gary Carter after he died, which was, 10-some years ago?
Mm-hmm.
If you get around to it, when Gary, who played for the Montreal Expos and became a hero in that city, when Gary Carter died, the Montreal Canadiens paid tribute to him before a hockey game. And it is one of the most heart-wrenching, beautiful things you'll ever see. Just in case, Cubby, if you need a good cry.
Yeah, every once in a while. Why not?
Yeah, it's all right to cry.
But you've told us recently, Josh, that all it takes is like a solid father-son insurance commercial these days.
Yeah, that's about it. Any father-son stuff.
Yes.
And certainly like I said, when you have a military member that comes home and surprises their family, that gets me every time.
Do you make sure you watch these videos with a closed door behind you?
Well, I try and hide it.
Yeah.
It's more like one of those things where if somebody were to ask me a question, I wouldn't be able to get through an answer. My velo's all off. Because I'm verklempt.
Randy, the same thing happens to you? You watch father-son Burger King commercials and you're on the floor?
Well, probably these days more grandchildren type commercials.
Oh.
Yeah, that gets me every time.
I forgot you're an old grandpa.
And you know what's weird about it? I have no sons, only daughters.
Yeah, that's great.
The Milwaukee Brewers have currently, here's what they got cooking, a 5-game winning streak. They've won 6 straight road games. They are 44-16 in their last 60 games overall, and that's the best 60-game stretch in team, as Dennis Green used to say, history. The best 60-game stretch in team history.
Doesn't it kind of just bother you a little bit that it seems like every year we're talking about the Brewers in one way or another, where they're doing something as a team really well. It just seems like we're always chatting them up at some point in the year where they catch fire, they're winning games.
So you're saying as a Twins fan, you're jealous of that? Okay.
A little bit, yeah, because it just seems like they're always in the conversation about playoff position or winning the division.
Yeah.
You know,
they never make a lot of noise in the playoffs.
I was going to say they've had issues in the playoffs.
So we're used to, I mean, I know Glenn Perkins took a shot yesterday. I'll keep it going. We're kind of used to that with the Pigs, right?
Yep.
Right.
The Pigs always seem to have some glorious regular season stretch, you know, and you go, oh my God, this is the greatest, and then they enter the playoffs.
There is something nice about being in the conversation.
Sure.
Seems like every year.
Well, you know, it wasn't that long ago, Randy Shaver, that the Twins had the what was the slogan when they were hitting all the home runs? The Bomba Squad.
Yep.
Wasn't that long ago the Twins had the Bomba Squad?
Yeah.
So we've had our laughs around here too. But the Brewers, we got a few listeners who are passionate Brewer fans, and they text in a lot. So they're enjoying the hell out of this. Now, their skipper, the guy that eats garbage.
I love this guy.
We covered him a couple of days ago. Their manager, Pat Murphy, who eats garbage left in hotel hallways.
Yep.
He said this, and I think he's accurate. Most folks couldn't name 5 players on the current Brewers roster. I'll try. 5 current members of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Is that Yelich guy still there?
Yep.
There you go.
Cecil Cooper.
Sidney Moncrief.
Ben Ogilvy.
Gorman Thomas.
Terry Cummings.
Paul Molitor.
Carlos Gomez.
Vin Baker.
Tim Foley.
Jack Sikma. And I'm going to go Quinn Buckner.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's a Maple Grove kid on there that is absolutely on fire.
Nobody cares about Maple Grove.
Yeah, they do when they're playing baseball. Isaac Collins. This is a kid that was a great football player for Maple Grove. He's only like 5'10". He's not a big guy at all.
Mm-hmm.
But he bounced around a little bit in the minor leagues, got into AAA, got called up, sent down, called up. And right now, he's batting 5th in the Brewers lineup. He's just absolutely on a tear right now. Hit the game-winning homer a couple of nights ago. But you're right. That's the kind of guy the Brewers have right now. Are guys like Collins and Blake Perkins and Danny Jansen, who was traded from Toronto as their catcher, and yeah, they're kind of a mixed match of a lot of different guys.
Yeah,
there's a guy who went to Simley, I believe, that is tearing it up for the Cubs too.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the first baseman.
Yeah. I can't think of his name either. Yeah, from Inver Grove Heights. Yeah.
But the manager is correct, Pat Murphy. Other than the obvious answers we gave, Yelich, Churios, that's about as far as I could go. Naming
Michael Bush is the kid you're thinking.
Yeah,
Mike Bush
for the Cubs.
Yeah.
Naming current players of the. I'll try again.
Yeah, go ahead, try. I mean,
Andrew Bogut. Listeners are telling me I'm naming off former members of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
Monte Ellis.
It's fun that you didn't need to prompt us. We just dove right in with you on this. That's how well we know you.
Another WNBA game, another dildo launch.
Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor. Got an object that just flew in as the free throw was being made. And it looked like that hit a player, too.
Dildos? No.
Bob Dandridge, Glenn Robinson, Ricky Pierce. These are all current members of the Milwaukee Brewers. Another WNBA game, another dildo launch. This time a fat rubber penis was lobbed onto the court of a Los Angeles Sparks game. And it, again, the vibe is continuing. It was fluorescent lime green.
I wish it would have hit Sophie Cunningham in the face.
What do you got?
What do you got against
Why
her?
you got against her?
I have two questions. Who is Sophie Cunningham, and why would you like to see her take a fake penis to the face?
She just seems super bitchy. She threw shade at Caitlin Clark for absolutely no reason.
No,
she's just
her teammate.
just weird vibes.
She's her teammate.
Are you hating?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong girl.
You're hating
Let me
on the
double
wrong
check.
person.
Yeah.
She's her teammate.
Let me double check.
Ashley
Sophie was the one who had her back during that fight.
Oh no, I'm thinking of shoot, she eats popcorn really weird. I know a listener will text in about it.
Eats popcorn.
Man.
Yeah, because the video went like viral. The girl that I'm talking about, I'm getting those two confused.
Michael Red.
God, Nick. Jesus God.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You could
Joel Prisbilla.
You're acting in defense of Caitlin Clark is what you're doing.
Yes.
Plum?
Yes, she did that video of her eating popcorn. Have you ever seen that video,
I have
Nick?
never seen Kelsey Plum eat
Oh,
popcorn.
it's so bad.
You want her to take a dildo to the face.
Yeah. You would hate that video so much. I gotta
Oh, yeah,
send
it's
it to
kind of
you.
weird. She hits the rim every time on the way to her mouth. That's weird.
And she makes a weird face every time because she's so goofy eating her popcorn.
I have to see this to understand. You do not enjoy watching her eat popcorn.
No.
She went after Caitlin Clark once or twice, so you're upset with her. Okay.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
a fan. She
Did you
doesn't
say
support
junior
other women.
So that's 3 in a week now. Dildos being tossed onto WNBA courts. So we kind of figured, we came to the conclusion earlier that it's time to move on to a new bit. It's not going to happen. But we think 3 is enough. 3, what did you say earlier, Josh?
It's the comedy rule, right? 3s. That's it. After the third one, it's no longer funny.
So now we go to what? Pocket Broncos? We were discussing this earlier. Pocket Broncos or nipple clamps or something? I don't know.
I looked up pocket Broncos. I couldn't find one.
What do you mean? You were going to buy one?
Well, no, I didn't. Maybe as a gift for someone. But I couldn't. I wanted to see what you were talking about.
You guys, Randy and Brad, you guys have been on long road trips. You know what a pocket Bronco is.
Well, not necessarily.
Nah.
I always thought it was for ladies.
Ladies?
Yeah. What about the rabbit? I thought that was the famous one.
The Widow Wabbit?
Yeah.
Is it Widow
That's famous.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this, Josh.
I'm making a Christmas list. I need help with this.
You're not as educated on sex toys as others might be.
I've actually only seen sex toys in this building, my place of work. You know, the age-old story of the only place you see sex toys is in your place of business.
We'll get you straightened out on this.
I agree with you.
Age-old story.
We'll get you a sample basket, Josh.
Yes.
Ginger Machine Jesus, I agree. That Kelsey Plum is one foxy lady.
Well, then, do you hate her because she's so foxy?
No.
Oh.
I sent you the video in case you wanted
Me?
to laugh. Yeah.
She was married to Darren Waller, NFL player for a while.
I don't know. I don't know what it means to be Darren Waller.
And then Darren Waller screwed up, so.
Okay, question for Ashley. How do I open a video on the internet? Oh, here you go. I think I got it figured out. Well, she's pretty. There she is. She's having a good time. She's eating popcorn.
Why does she do that weird face after every
Huh.
time?
She's being goofy.
She's just being silly.
It reminds me, Dana, you know that famous meme of like the lady in the freezer aisle with like pizza rolls on top of her head? And she's like, I'm being so silly.
Okay, I was wrong with my comment on the dildos. This person says, actually, that sounds familiar. I have a lot of dicks at my workplace, too. And hobby photographer, she said, honestly, dildos are too expensive to keep throwing them on the court like this. Yeah, I was wondering earlier if there was a sale on green dildos or something. Why is this happening so often, and why are they green?
Maybe that's like the least popular color, so they're all on clearance.
It's some kind of inside scandal we wouldn't even begin to understand.
It could be because of Halloween. I guess like glow-in-the-dark Halloween themed is coming up. They're coming out with all their Halloween stuff.
Well, maybe because it really stands out when it hits the, light brown court, the lime green. You can tell what it is.
Oh, okay.
Boy, we're really taking a deep dive.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
We need to break this down.
Radio stations do
That's
this.
what it's for.
Calm Real Estate Jesus disagrees and says Kelsey Plum is an ogre. Oh, I don't see her that way at all.
Ogre?
Yeah, I think she's...
If you've seen pictures of her all dressed up, I don't think you'd say that.
Yeah, look for that and then get back to me. If you want. I mean, no pressure.
I mean, it's totally up to you. Whatever's cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound bossy.
You guys want to learn this morning? Do you want to learn all about a brand new sport? ESPN.
Sure.
ESPN.
Sounds exhausting, but yeah.
You want to keep the dildo talk going?
I'll try not to wear you out too much, Randy Shaver. Apparently, I missed this, but this brand new sport made some kind of a debut on ESPN a day or two ago. I don't know. Maybe it was during the Ocho gimmick. I missed it. And coming up in the year 20, then 26, it's going to be showcased on ESPN. You won't be able to avoid it. It's called Rest Ball, where it is half wrestling and half basketball. Now, I have no effing idea why they didn't just call it Wrestle Ball.
I totally agree.
Rest
I thought
ball?
I misread it.
No.
Yeah, it's Rest Ball.
It must be. It must be some kind of a... what do they call it, Josh? When I'm marketing a new slogan, I have...
Like a trademark?
Must be a trademark. Thank you. Trademark thing.
Where they can't say wrestling?
Right. It's got to be, because there's no way.
Did you watch some of the videos?
No!
I mean, some of the wrestling moves are brutal. Like, they go for it.
Okay, we're talking Greco-Roman wrestling, or we're talking like Canadian destroyers and pop-up power bombs?
Like, well, you know all the wrestling moves. What's the one where if I were to pick somebody up, flip them over my shoulder, and they land on their head?
That's a suplex.
Yes, they suplex each other and things.
Okay. At any rate, and I'll try to get over the name, because it is so... Why in the hell did you settle on Rest Ball when it could have been Wrestle Ball and given everyone an obvious idea of what we're tuning into from the get-go?
And it's rest with a W.
It is.
But yeah, it should be Wrestle Ball.
So, look for this in the year 20 and 26. ESPN has agreed to air this.
Oh, man, I'm watching some of it right now. These wrestlers are strong and great wrestlers, but don't have very good jump shots.
No?
No, they're kind of like, those guys that are so muscle-bound that it looks like they're almost holding like a cantaloupe in their hands.
Yes, you've met my brother.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
There you go.
So there's going to be 16 American Rest Ball teams, and maybe we'll get one here in town.
Oh, please tell me we're not going to have one.
Maybe we will, Randy.
We'll give away tickets.
They call it high energy, full contact. It merges basketball and wrestling. You can play 5-on-5. You can play 3-on-3. You as Stuart Smalley said on Saturday Night Live so many years ago, you throw the ball into the basket, right? That's the name of the game. But while you're trying to do that, big steroid tigers can pick you up and crack you in half. There's no dribbling. Wrestling moves are permitted at all times. If you end up winning the upcoming, they're calling it the Rest Ball Cup. That's going to be their league coming up. If you win, the team gets $500,000.
Sounds like they get pretty good numbers on streaming.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like hundreds of millions of people watch this, according to them.
Haven't seen it yet. Read about it.
Yeah, it was on the Ocho on Friday.
Oh, it was? Mm-hmm. So, what do you think? This is something you could watch for an hour, Josh?
I watched maybe 3 TikTok videos, about 30 seconds each, and I think I got it.
Okay.
I'd equate it from what I just watched here about a minute or so about while we were talking. I kind of like it's like slam ball. Remember that with the trampolines?
Oh, fun.
And you're kind of intrigued with it for a little bit. You're like, oh, wow, that guy just got hurt. Oh, look at that, a dunk. And then you're kind of like, all right, I saw it. We're good.
Right. You get the gist.
Mm-hmm.
Much more, Dana, you say it was much more wrestlers than basketball players.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, it looks so exhausting.
Definitely.
Oh, you know what I didn't look up? And I'm sorry if you said this. Is it a regulation height net?
I don't know.
Because these guys don't look very big.
Maybe they dropped it down to 6-7 feet because most wrestlers are smaller guys.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, I just had that thought. I don't see it here.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
We have good wrestling in this state, so if we get a team, we might be very competitive.
Sure.
That's true.
Sure, I'd like
Stop
to see
it, Brad.
Oh, no.
You don't want to talk about it, Randy?
Yeah, let's break it down.
I'd like to see a 7-foot rim. That would at least get me to turn it on my television. If the rim was lower, you know. We used to play a lot of pickup basketball when we were young guys, even into our 20s. We would like to go out to the neighborhood park and play some hoops. And back to what Dana was saying about how some of these guys didn't look terribly skilled. I still love watching a really, really bad basketball player. You guys had those buddies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where just dribbling the ball was a challenge. And my bro Curtis pulled off one of the funniest things I've ever seen. We were playing pickup basketball, and before we started the game, everyone's just kind of warming up, and Curtis, absolutely no idea. He went racing to the basket, dribbling quite sloppily, and then kind of shot the ball straight up in the air and hit the bottom of the rim, came down, hit him in the nose.
No way.
Who's this again?
Curtis.
Oh, yeah, Curtis. Do you guys mind if we reintroduce the dildo here?
We're going back to dildo conversation?
Yeah, just a tip.
Sure.
Of course.
Mexico City Jesus said that there are prop bets on the odds of the next dildo color. Somebody told us that yesterday, and I forgot.
Okay.
So you can bet on that if that's something you want to do.
Can I stick with lime green?
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like that's got to be the odds.
The odds wouldn't be great, but...
Yeah.
I did see somebody say on Twitter that, you know, if you're guaranteed to see a dildo get thrown in the court at some time, that might make them watch more WNBA games. You know, when's it going to come? Is the dildo there yet? Where's the dildo?
I'll wait and read about it the next morning.
Yeah, it might draw in some viewers. Here's machine cartoonists Jesus saying that rest ball originated in Russia. That makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
Well, it took effing forever, but that kid from the Vikings who passed out behind the wheel of a motor vehicle while blocking a lane of traffic on a major interstate in California, wide receiver Addison Jordan, he's been suspended by the NFL for the first 3 games of the regular season because of that drunken jackhole move that he made.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's finally over.
Yeah.
Was it bothering you?
Well, I wasn't losing sleep over it, but it seemed like it would pop up in the headlines every couple weeks.
Seems like they could have passed this punishment down like 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah, Brad Ryder, if it was any one of us, we would have already done our, paid our punishment, whatever the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We would have done some jail.
Whatever the term is that I'm trying to get out of my yap. So he'll miss the season opener at Chicago and then home games against Atlanta and Cincinnati. He'll be eligible to return for the Vikings' ridiculous Week 4 game against the Steelers in Dublin, Ireland. Oh, they can't let this kid loose in Ireland.
Oh, I bet he was thinking like, oh, couldn't they have changed the timing of my suspension so I didn't have to go to Europe for 2 games?
He'll be unconscious at a pub in no time if they take this kid to Ireland.
Get him a driver.
But he can still do the practice and the preseason games and this and that. So there you go.
Jalen Naylor. Get him going. Jalen Naylor.
Start warming him up?
Well, he's going to have to fill in for Addison as the number 2 receiver, I'm assuming. And then they drafted that rookie out of Maryland, so I'm sure he'll get some good playing time. So,
speaking of Jalen's, what are you going to do on Jalen Hurts' Eve tonight, Nick? You're going to celebrate? Tomorrow's his birthday.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Jalen Hurts' birthday.
Several hours away.
We are 1 day, 8 hours, 27 minutes, and 9 seconds away from Jalen Hurts' birthday. I don't know, Josh. I don't know what to do.
I know you've been excited about it for a while. Obviously, you got a countdown clock.
Yep, right here in front of me.
Is John Gruden going to sing happy birthday?
John Gruden didn't sing happy birthday to me yesterday.
Oh.
Well, you weren't
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
air.
That was a bummer that we didn't have you on your birthday.
Yeah.
That worked out that way. Did you do anything crazy?
No. I'm 57. I didn't do anything crazy.
Did you at least go to like Applebee's and get the free dessert or something?
No, we went out for dinner. It was nice.
I thought you had like a birthday party last year. I thought it was a big one.
A birthday party?
Like a big party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You know, this is so far from the real song. I wonder if we have to take it out of the podcast.
Oh, I'm writing about it. Yeah.
It seems like we should be able to leave it in because this is not a real song.
I forgot. I was going to change my ringtone yesterday to that.
Happy birthday, Brad Ryder.
Yeah, I hope it was a good one.
Yep.
Back to this Jordan kid. Remember, we brought this up a couple weeks ago. After all the this and that and court hearing after court hearing, he ended up being charged with something called wet and reckless.
Oh.
Sounds like a adult movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like, Josh, a poison or warrant tour. You know what I mean?
Sure, I could see that T-shirt.
Back in the late 80s.
Yeah, for
Warrant
sure.
and Poison are out on the Wet and Reckless tour. I had never heard that one before. Wet and Reckless. Anyway, the dude totally sucks at driving.
He's driving like a several $100,000 car, too. I mean, that's going to stand out right there, much less passing out and stopping in the middle of the freeway.
I will never understand this because you have no reason to drive. All that money, no reason.
And we've mentioned this before. I mean, the NFL has a number you can call if you're a player saying, hey, come get me. Keep me out of trouble.
Should never be in that position.
Come
Should never
get
happen.
me. Anyone interested in seeing what U.S. Bank Stadium, the new Metrodome, anyone interested in seeing what U.S. Bank Stadium looks like when it's made out of Legos?
This is actually really cool and impressive. It's up on 93x.com if you want to take a look.
Some kid took 2.5 years of his life and 15,000 Legos to build a Lego replica of U.S. Bank Stadium.
Oh, I didn't realize it took him that long.
Gee,
So impressive to be able to do something like that.
Is it good looking?
I mean, would you know how to... I made a toothbrush holder from my parents when I was a kid. I can't imagine doing something like this.
We used to do, for some reason, I have no idea why, me and my brothers would always build a McDonald's. And that was a lot of fun, but it took a lot of work. I mean, I remember one of the ones we actually put in time and effort, and it was about a week or so.
Well, good for this kid. You know, I think I read that he's trying to get it shipped here to Minnesota so the Vikings can put it in their locker room. Maybe they'll have them blow the walla horn, whatever that thing is.
He looks like such an adorable little nerd guy, too. I love him.
This kid's going to be one hell of an engineer or something someday.
Oh, I bet, Dana. Yeah, he's going to be making big money.
Mm-hmm. And before we go, former Viking linebacker Anthony Barr is going to retire from football. Now, I know what you're saying. Yeah, so. But let's not forget the joy that he brought to this town when he cracked Karen in half at the new Metrodome a few years ago. That was pure magic.
Cracked him open.
Tell that. Tell the story again about the the Vikings fan who had questions for Packers fans.
I was at that game
when the collarbone snapped.
Yes, I was at that game. Vikings Packers. I don't know how many years ago this was now. 5, 6, 7, 8.5, 9. I don't know. And Anthony Barr picks up Karen, cracks him in half, broke his collarbone for him, and suddenly I'm awake, at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Now we're talking, I said. But there was one dude who made the most of the situation. So, as you know, when you go to games, Packer-Viking games, it's 50-50, the crowd. So a lot of Packer fans were in our section. And this dude comes walking down the aisle. He's got a couple of fresh Steve Weisers in his hands. And he's joking, but it was just beautiful. He's walking up to every Packer fan he could find, every row. And he's got about 40 rows to go down, right? But he's stopping at every row and saying, is Vikings fan, this kid with 2 beers in his hands. Every Packer fan, he'd say, hey, I was up getting a couple beers. Did I miss anything? What happened? And the Packer fan would give him this brutally dirty look, and he'd say, "No, I'm serious. Like, did something happen? It seems like something happened. Like, by the look on your face, I can tell. Did somebody score? Did somebody?
Why is everyone in green so sad?
Oh, my God." And then he would, give up on that individual, move down one row and go, "Hey, buddy, yeah, I was taking a piss and getting a couple of beers. Did something happen?" He did it all the way, and then it got to be, "F you, sit down, you jack off." I'm laughing my balls off at this dude. He was the fan of the game. They should have put him on the Jumbotron. Fan of the game. But they didn't. So there you go. I don't know what to do tomorrow for Jalen Hurts' birthday. If you guys have any ideas, Randy or Brad, you could text me.
You got to do a tush push somewhere, like with your wife at home or something.
Yes.
That's a great suggestion.
Push in the studio.
Yeah.
Recreate it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm quarterback, obviously.
Recreate it.
I'm quarterback.
You should at least take a picture of you guys doing the tush.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We'll put it on social media.
Yes.
It'll be nothing but talk of green dildos and the half-assed morning show on social media after we pull this. Good idea to do something with the wife. I'll bring that up. Brad Ryder said that, tush push with the wife.
Yeah, she understands the reference, so there won't be any confusion.
Sure.
She will have no idea what I'm talking about.
You may not want to put that online, though.
But let's, it depends on what website you're talking about. Let's recreate the tush push here in studio. I'm quarterback.
We can get him a cake and sing happy birthday to him from afar.
Ashley will be the opposing nose tackle. Josh and Dana will be my offensive lineman.
Yeah. All right, sweet.
All right, good idea. Good idea, Brad.
And then we'll make a human centipede immediately afterwards.
What?
God,
you don't want to?
Oh, my God.
We tried to get Jalen Hurts on the radio for his birthday, and they politely declined.
Mm-hmm. Well, that might have been able. You might have been able to do that like out of season, though. He might have done that.
Yeah.
If his birthday was out of season.
Seems like a nice enough guy. He's coming off a massive Super Bowl victory over the friggin' garbage Kansas City Chiefs. He'd probably answer the telephone no matter who's calling these days. He's a happy guy. Happy guy. We'll talk to you Peckerheads tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, here we go. This is, what's his name again?
John Gruden.
John Gruden. Everyone in the room can sing.
It's kind of tough to keep up.
And whoever they were singing to, my God, they really must have loved this individual, because listen to the spirit in their singing voices. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the program.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal, and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Hey there, I'm Paula Pant, host of the Afford Anything podcast. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible because let's face it, money's too important to wing it. From investing strategies to economic trends to savvy travel, lifestyle design, and beyond, we're in this journey to financial independence together. Remember, you can afford anything, just not everything. So, afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Sometimes when I blow my nose, I get a boner. I don't know why. It just happens.
Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, man. Just trying to keep it going.
You got to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, no problem, Ashley. I got you.
What happened?
Dana did the traffic because I was.
For
guess what I was doing? Yep, that's all I do.
Oh, your water
You're
didn't
a
break?
pee machine.
No, not yet. I wish.
I have to be totally honest. I thought you were sitting here the entire time.
Well, she did make it back in time. It was a tight squeeze.
We're just trying to keep it going on a Wednesday morning. Welcome back to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. So, Ashley, you left the room, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. If you don't mind here, I wanted to expand further on a conversation that we had earlier. Quite a spirited conversation we had on cheating on your significant other. It's a terrible, hurtful thing, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I've never fully done it. I've come close, but.
And just the fact that you came close.
Yeah, I still feel
bothers you.
Terrible 20-some or more years later.
It's a terrible, hurtful thing, cheating. Some of us have been weak. The temptation was too much. I was weak here and there when I was a young buck. And something came to mind now when we were talking earlier about our younger days when we were reckless and dishonest. And what came to mind, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it leads us in a direction or two. I don't know why it came to mind. Maybe it's the liquor talking. What came to mind was the most bizarre relationship-based conversation I've ever been a part of. And it still throws me to this day when I think about it. We were probably 19-year-old guys, me and some bros, hanging around, doing nothing. And I walked into a room where two of my friends were seated, and I walked in to the conversation that the two of them were having. And one of them said to the other, yeah, roughly, this is what they were saying. One of them said to the other, yeah, you know what? Both of them had girlfriends. And I overhear one of them say to the other, yeah, the worst thing for me is when, you got to, go down on her, and it's bad down there.
Oh my gosh.
And the other guy said, and I didn't let him know I was hearing this just yet. And the other guy says, yeah, like they just got done working out or they just got done jogging or something. Yeah, I don't like that either. So that was the part when I stepped in and I said, hang on a second. One of you said you don't like going down there when things are, quote, bad. And the other, you said, yeah, like when they just got done working out or jogging or something like that. And they're like, yeah. And I said, well, then why do you go through with it? If it's bad when you get there, why did you go through with it? And one of them said, hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I said, what? You feel like you have to? And they were thrown by me questioning. And they said, well, yeah, dude. I mean, she's my girlfriend. And I said, okay, boys. More for you, I guess. That was just, it came to mind. That was one of the weirdest relationship-based conversations I've ever been a part of, where they both looked at me like I was crazy that I wouldn't just go ahead and do that despite the conditions.
Social media would say that they're true eaters. That's why.
Oh, that's like a saying?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Oh, no.
Like dudes will step up, because I'm not on dudes will step up on social media and declare themselves true eaters and then maybe brag about a situation like that?
Yep.
Come on.
I feel like Josh yesterday when he found out what cracked open.
I know. I was afraid to drop that again.
I was just going to say that's like 2 days in a row where you've nearly killed me with teaching me about a sex term. True, well, I don't even want to say it. My gosh.
Now, maybe that's disgusting, Ashley. Maybe the only reason why these guys were having this conversation was that they were 19 years old and they just didn't know any better. But they more or less took a stand and said, no, that's my girlfriend. If she wants that, I do that, and I deal with the current conditions. I couldn't believe it. I just said that's ridiculous. There's no way I would play that role. True eaters.
We must follow a lot of different people on social media, actually, 'cause I've never come across that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet we do.
I'm going to use that out of context constantly now.
At the table at a restaurant?
No, that's kind of in context.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Where it makes no sense. No sense.
I look forward to maybe being, in the first couple of rows.
Yeah.
I look forward to being ringside the first time you use that out of context where, I don't know, maybe something like, Josh, you could say something like, what do you got going on tomorrow, Cubby? And Cubby would say, I'm going out to get a new set of tires on my motor vehicle. I'm a true eater. When people would say, well, wait, what?
We've got some true eaters texting in, claiming to be.
Oh, stop it.
Box Tossing Jesus says, if you couldn't tell by my name, I'm a true eater.
Stop it. All right.
Those kind of men they're a blessing on this world.
Thank you for letting us in on that. Though.
You're welcome.
That is valuable.
We got somebody claiming True Eater Jesus is their name now.
Yes.
Is there really?
Yep. All right, I'm adding it in.
Yeah. There's
let your family know.
2 days in a row where I have been changed by some education you've dished out our way, Ashley. What are we going to do when you're gone? I'm going to be uneducated for a while.
I'll send you updates.
And where else can we go with this? You know, people still obsess about their significant other's body count. What did we used to call it before it became a body count, Josh?
A hit list? Was that?
Sure. Was there a?
No, there's a more like just kind of generic term.
Yeah.
Body count is so good.
Yeah. I was just wondering, was there a hip slogan before body count came along and took over? But everyone knows what I mean.
Like just maybe it was just your number?
Yeah.
Oh, your number. I do remember that.
Sure. But body count has made its mark, and we're sticking with it. People still friggin' obsess about their significant other's body count. Saw another article this morning, and I'll tell you again, I have never had that conversation with any significant other in my lifetime, and I never cared. Never once played a role in any decision I've made as far as picking a partner. Couldn't possibly care less because it's not my business.
That's definitely been like a regular conversation. With most of my encounters.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
The only time I ever got a little by it was when, like, I think the number was in like the 40s or the 50s, and I was like, whoa, I never heard that before. I mean, that didn't stop anything, but I was taken aback.
I hit the 40s or 50s in my 20s, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that type of jealousy where, you know, you're jealous of the kind of life your significant other had before. You're jealous of all the girls or guys they dated before. You don't want them talking about those people. You don't want them ever seeing them. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just curiosity, just kind of wondering.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not talking about just, you know, like, hey, how many... I'm talking about the ones who have hard feelings over all of those subjects I just brought up. I don't understand why you want to create another problem for yourself that was none of your business 6 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There are so many guys, though, that get so wound up about it. I had a buddy who started dating a girl in a group of friends, and they hit it off. It was a fantastic couple. It was one of those ones where it's like, why didn't we bring them together sooner? Like, that just makes sense. Then about a month or so down the line, he broke up with her. I'm like, well, what the hell happened? Everything's going so good. And he goes, you know, I work with a couple guys that went to college with her, and they said that she really got around. I go, I went to college with you, and you really got around, man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, no, man, it's different. I'm like, no, it's not.
Not at all.
I
not
mean,
in the slightest.
maybe if I found out that she had sex with lumber.
I mean, if my wife's number kept increasing every time we talked about it, maybe I'd have a problem with it. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me. And I do give her crap because she's the last person. I thought we were committed before apparently we were. So she's, of the two of us, she was with somebody more recent than I was. So I give her crap thinking, well, don't we get even ups? You know, shouldn't it be fair?
Right.
Where we ended about the same time?
I don't get the bottom of the ninth inning?
I don't, apparently,
to try to come back?
Did you forget what field we were playing at? Who had home field advantage?
Penis size and body count.
Yep.
Those are two subjects that we just cannot move past. Anyway, here's the latest.
I'm on the losing end of both of those.
Oh!
It's all right.
I don't.
And I'm fine with my body count. But yeah, I'm on the losing end of both those numbers. Statistically, I'm a loser.
So here's where they go with this. The latest unbelievable write-up on how we deal with your significant other's past. It says right here, this is not me talking, this is the article. One of the first awkward conversations when you're dating someone new is the inevitable talk, they say, about your number of previous... Inevitable?
I don't know if I've ever had that talk.
No!
I've never initiated it, certainly, and I don't think it's ever been early on in a relationship.
So, right.
Yeah, like I said, this was pretty normal for people my age, I think. But it usually would go along with the talk of like, hey, when's the last time you were tested for things?
Well, that's a completely different story.
It usually would like fit into that conversation.
That's a completely different story. According to the latest arithmetic studies were done, your overall number matters less than your momentum. And let's see if I can explain that. People prefer partners whose sexual activity decreased over time, even if their total number of past partners is high. You might not care how wild someone was 5, 10, 15 years ago, but if they're coming into the relationship hot, fresh off of 6, 7 other partners, that's when you might be bothered.
Yeah, because like, oh, am I just going to be another number to you kind of vibe?
If you, that's a good point. But also they say if your sexual momentum has slowed, it shows maturity.
Or you're aging in an ugly way.
Yeah, that's true.
You just can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
You look at your partner on like the third date and you say, well, you couldn't have been getting much leading up to this.
Yeah.
Steelers.
Right? Is that right? You couldn't have been getting too much.
Yeah. No. I'm not buying that number. Steelers fan Jesus said, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, I've shot myself in the foot doing that before.
Oh,
Like, I don't want to know your answer.
Oh,
don't
you
answer.
have?
Yeah.
I've got a question for Steelers fan Jesus. It's different than this conversation. Get back to us. Let us know how you feel about your new quarterback. I want to know.
Jesus.
Are you still a Steelers fan? Are you excited about it? We haven't asked him that yet.
Somebody texted in and said that several of their female friends have spreadsheets with people's names on them. And I will say that is very common for women too.
What?
Yeah, like me and not spreadsheets.
I'm sorry, time out. You have to start over again. One more time, because you lost me with the word spreadsheet.
Did you say bed sheets? Because that would make more sense.
No. Somebody texted in and said that several of their female friends have spreadsheets with everyone's names on them.
Everyone that they've had sex with.
Yes. And amongst me and a couple of my friends, I know that like we have had something in like our notes app, not necessarily a spreadsheet, where they are like listed out. Like I know for a while, I've deleted it since because I thought it was disrespectful to have something like that while being in a relationship. But I used to even sort them like these are the dudes that actually made me hit the finish line.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And
whoa.
You just did this out of boredom?
And you said this is common?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if I've been in a spreadsheet in which column.
You've been
Again, Josh, don't ask questions you don't want the answer.
Oh, no, I want to know.
Oh, you do?
At this point in my life, what do I care?
Yeah, okay, good
So
point.
why did you personally make this list? Just out of boredom? Just trying to remember everybody?
Yeah, just trying
I don't
to
mean that as
remember.
a disrespectful thing. Okay. Why did these other women's make
Like
spreads?
the same thing,
Just-
and then we could
just for fun.
compare notes. Yeah.
Just for fun. That's
Okay.
it's very interesting that you would sit down and write it all out and especially categorize it.
Well, that categorizing was just for fun.
This guy.
That's kind of nuts.
I thought this guy was hitting me with a tranquilizer dart, to be honest with you. He got no reaction out of me whatsoever. But this guy about knocked me off the balcony.
Oh, so can I use a phrase on the internet? Tell me you've slept with a lot of people without telling me you've slept with a lot of people. You've got a spreadsheet. It's not just you can rattle it off the top of your head.
No, and then one of the reasons is because when somebody would ask me after, we were having the body count conversation, sometimes I didn't like having to like try to think in my head or like count on my fingers because I thought that like looked bad. And so it was easier to just go to my notes app and see, 8.
Wow.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but I get sick and tired of you women objectifying us men. It's sickening. Steelers fan Jesus has responded. We're curious his thoughts on his new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And he's the one that gave us advice on don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. So he said, I just gave you great advice. And this is how you repay me. On my birthday of all days. Happy birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday.
That's just special.
I was genuinely wondering. A couple Steelers fans have checked in and said, we're still fans. We just don't like to talk about our quarterback.
Yeah, makes sense. We were having a conversation about well, it wasn't about our body counts, just about body counts in general. The number of people you've had intercourse with, that's the body count. And Ashley was telling us some effing groundbreaking, fascinating stuff. Absolutely. She said she and some other gals she knows.
You said it was common even.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to even when we were in middle school, we would make lists of like the boys we hugged and kissed and stuff like that.
Okay, see, in junior high, one of my best bros sat down and wrote out the names of all the girls he had at least gone to third base with, and then his mother found the list.
Did he title it like that?
No, he just had to. He said, well, I'm planning a party, and I was whittling down who I was going to invite to the. But it was kind of funny that his mother found it.
Was this the 80s and 90s version of third base? Because it has changed since then.
This was this third base.
Yeah. That was third base when we were
the
growing
80s third base, which is in your pants. Anyway, his mother found the list, and it kind of went like this, Josh. It said Stacy, Maria, Yolanda, Tanisha, Crystal. Anyway, so Ashley told us she has made a detailed, categorized spreadsheet of her body count. Correct, Ashley?
Yeah. I no longer have it, but yeah.
And you, at one point or another, you made this up. You even specified which of the fellers on your body count spreadsheet knocked it out of the park and which did not.
Yeah.
So I had one more question about this. Did you encounter a situation where you had some same first names and you had to try and think of the first initial of their last name so you could properly file them away? Like, oh my God, that's a lot of Dons. You know what I mean? I got 5 guys here named Don.
I do remember there was a time where I must have been updating it or something, must have just came across it, and I thought, who
was that guy?
That?
Oh no!
Where I was like, wait, is it that Don or was it the other Don? And it like kind of takes you a second, like,
was it
that Don?
You know a lot of Donnies, Nick. You might know who that was.
One of them might have made your list.
And I know that this probably makes me sound like my body count is in like the 20s. Like it's nowhere near a high, like astronomical number.
Sure.
But I don't know, I'm forgetful. And then
it happens.
You know, you're drinking and
sometimes
stuff.
you're drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, or maybe every time you're drinking.
Usually, yeah.
Was his name Reggie or Ricky or Rolando? It was something with an R. Roger.
So wait a minute now, Ashley. On your resume, would you put that you are experienced with Microsoft Excel? And if so, if they ask you specifics, would you say, well, let me tell you something about that?
I do have that on my LinkedIn.
Really fascinating.
Is that your only experience with it?
No. I use it for other things. Not
really,
well, though.
Really excellent stuff.
That is awesome.
Back to the general topic. Well, we never left. As far as body counts go. Now, wait for it with this text message. Don't jump in too soon. I love this text message that we received from, God dang it, I forgot who it was. My computer has failed me, and I wasn't able to get all the information. Oh, it was subpar sex maker Jesus. Sent this text in, and wait for it. He said this about body counts. As long as that number ain't got a comma in it, we good, baby girl.
That's excellent.
It ain't over yet. Come here. I really liked how that ended, and I guess somehow I blew the delivery.
This text is a woman is texting saying she keeps a list in case an STD issue comes up.
That's smart.
She doesn't have the details you have. Or maybe she might say, oh, he looked red and irritated down there, but hers is just for STDs.
That is very, very smart.
Wow. What a fun operation.
Learned a lot. A lot of things I wish that I could get back.
I was afraid, like I said, that people were going to think that I was sleeping around so much, and that's why I had to make this list. But now I'm getting roasted for having rookie numbers.
Did you say a number? I must have missed it.
I said I wasn't in the 20s, and I considered that high, and people are like, what? That's nothing.
You're not in the 20s.
No.
Rolanda,
Sorry.
Reggie, Ricky, Donnie, Pierre. When we went off air, Josh did say, okay, now I kind of want to know everyone's body count.
It's something I'd never even thought about with you guys, really. I mean, I just had some assumptions, but I never thought about it. Now I'm kind of curious.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's probably something you don't want to share.
I feel like that's something that would take you a while, Nick.
I'll
just
never
from the
tell.
Stories.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about stuff like that.
No, he's not that kind of guy.
What the hell's the matter with you? Cubby, Derek. That's an inside joke for our program director. We can have a conversation sometime, Cubby. We can.
Yeah, I want to predict and see if I'm right about you, Nick.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Ashley, but I predicted you were higher than, or I shouldn't say predicted, but I would have assumed you were higher than that.
I was in some longer relationships, so I think that has something to do with it.
Did you say you want to see if you can correctly predict my number?
Yeah.
I don't even think Nick knows his number.
I know, right?
I got to make a spreadsheet. Look, we got to get the hell out of here, but we'll be back tomorrow morning, of course.
Got a proud parent sending in a shout-out for the star who is leaving for basic training this morning. That's awesome. Best of luck to you. Happy Sweet 16th to Coley from Dad. Hit the ice running and make someone better, Jesus. Just a reminder, tickets to Rock the River, our fall booze cruise, are on sale right now at 93x.com. It would be so great if you could come join us this September. Thanks for being with us again this morning or whenever you're listening. And happy hump day, you rascals.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.